At 1-800-CONTACTS, we're here for people like Allison, who's lost her prescription. Don't panic, Allison. Let us panic. Okay, now we'll simply call Allison's doctor and get it for her. There. Let's all calm down with a cup of tea. Just call, go online, or download the app.
1-800-CONTACTS.
At Strayer University, we help students take action by making higher education more affordable, with access to up to 10 no-cost gen ed courses, so you can always keep striving.
My boy, what you doing?
I'm locking in my prize picks. I just pick more or less on player stats. If I get them right, I win big.
Yeah, like what?
I got you.
If you pick 2 right,
You win 3x. Pick 4 right, you win 10x. And if you pick 6 right, you win 25x in cash.
don't get no better than that.
At Strayer University, we help students take action by making higher education more affordable, with access to up to 10 no-cost gen ed courses, so you can always keep striving.
Get NFL Sunday Ticket and watch your favorite NFL teams out-of-market Sunday games live. Now on YouTube, $50 off. Offer ends September 19th. Terms and embargoes apply.
This football season, Prize Picks is making every game day worth more. Just pick more or less on player stats like rushing yards, touchdowns, and more, and win up to 25 times your cash. Go for the win across the country and get hyped this season with Prize Picks, the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Visit prizepicks.com/TV for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy.
After spending the first 2 weeks in Winston-Salem and Boiling Springs, Elon returns to one of the nation's most beautiful campuses on a Saturday night in the middle of September to open not only the home slate in hopes of making it 7 straight wins at the friendly confines, but also opens up league play, welcoming in one of the 2 newest members in the Aggies from out of East Greensboro. With Kyrie Walker, I'm Taylor Durham. We'll hear from Hannah Brady here on the Elon sideline in just one moment. Head coach Tony Trisciani talked to us Wednesday. It's been a focal point throughout the week Phoenix felt like they gained some confidence the final 30 minutes in Boiling Springs, especially on the offensive end. Now the challenge, the next step.
Yes, sir. Well, in watching Elon football the last season and some change, there has been tremendous opportunity for them to put a full game together. Coach Trisciani was very, very clear with his message this week, saying that's what he wants to see. He loves the fight of his team. He's very proud of their fight, but he wants to see them put it together for 4 quarters. And if they do that, I think he'll be very happy with the result.
This evening, the counterpart in Greensboro, the Aggies of North Carolina A&T, and first-year head coach Vincent Brown, who replaces Sam Washington, who left after a 31-15 marker in 5 years. The Mike linebacker comes in tied for 4th nationally in solo tackles. It makes sense that a guy with over 800 stops for the New England Patriots would really like a middle linebacker.
Absolutely, because I think Coach sees a lot of himself in BJ, and I think that's a good opportunity, great relationship. He has really excelled these first 2 weeks, so obviously he's going to put more on his plate, because if he plays well, if he maximizes his ability to coach his expectations, it'll be a good day for the Aggies.
For the Phoenix offensively, Matthew Downing in relief last Saturday night does something that hadn't been done since Davis Cheek in 2019. 3 touchdown passes in the almost win. Phoenix tied it late at 27. Building on that would be a focal point.
Well, the Phoenix have their quarterback, right? So week 3, Matthew Downing will be high. So it's going to be really important for Matthew to step into that leadership role. But he's going to need to really rely on Jordan Bonner, Chandler Brayboy, J.C. Miller. Those guys are going to have to step up to the plate, because if they do what they're supposed to do, Matthew is once again capable of having an amazing day.
The 13th meeting all time between 2 rivals, now CAA mates, separated by less than 30 miles. A&T's won 4 straight and 8 of the last 10. We get you for the opening kickoff and introduce you to Hannah Brady on the Elon sideline next. This is Elon Football from My48 and Elon Sports Vision.
All right, Mr. Wolf, you're all set. Complete perimeter protection installed, activated, and monitored 24/7.
Rivalries happen, but no matter who you root for, we can all identify with the best in smart home security. CPI Security. Identify yourself.
Some things in life are hard. Buying a car shouldn't be one of those things. And that's why more and more people are choosing Modern Toyota in Winston-Salem. Modern makes it easy with over 900 new Toyotas to choose from. And you'll always get our lowest possible price. The friendly staff at Modern will help the right Toyota for your needs, and our simplified paperwork makes it easy. We'll even deliver your new Toyota straight to your door. Get started today at moderntoyota.com.
Experience the Modern difference.
To the Elon sideline we go. Hannah Brady's got our Hampton Farms sideline report throughout the evening. Hannah, welcome in and glad to have you with us for this home opener for Elon football.
It's a rekindled opportunity here at Elon between the Phoenix and the Aggies. The first game ever played here at Rhodes Stadium was back in 2001 against North Carolina A&T. Coming into this season, North Carolina A&T spent 2 years at the Big South and then made their way to the CAA this year under first-year head coach Vincent Brown. For the Phoenix, head coach Tony Trisciani's first game as head coach in 2019, he lost to the Aggies. When I asked him about this matchup today, he said, guys, it's going to be a hard one, but we have to clean up some things. We have to be a bit sharper, come out fast. We got to play snap, and it's just about us to capitalize all of these plays. And
the bunch of details for our Aggies, the ball game presented to you by our good friends from Cox Toyota that we'll get to in just a moment. As you look at the Aggies from out of Greensboro, the program that has won 15 conference championships in their history, including 10 from the MEAC and a stretch of 5 MEACs in a 6-year run, including 3 straight. Let's get you to those keys of the ballgame. And Kyrie, you heard Hannah just mention it. Head coach Tony Trisciani wants to try to take the step forward offensively. That's one of the keys. Phoenix have got to try to build on last Saturday in the second half on both sides.
Yes, sir. I think Coach touched on it, and he was very honest about it this week. This team has a lot of potential. We've seen flashes of greatness. We've seen them execute well, but we've also seen them, be a little lackadaisical, make some uncharacteristic mistakes. He wants them to put it all together, and tonight is the night to get that going.
Second key, Phoenix have got to find success on third down. 6 for 31 offensively, and in steps an Aggie defense that has given up 15 of 24.
Listen, you got to take what's available to you. They do not necessarily have to force anything, but if they stay patient, those opportunities are going to likely be available tonight, and it's time for some of these big players for Elon to step up and make big plays.
Defensively, this is an Aggie ball club that has thrown it 24 times and has completed 9 balls in the first 2 ball games. Graves and Christian headline the run game, over 5 yards per carry for each. Christian over 7 yards. Phoenix have got to make them one-dimensional this evening.
Absolutely. It's going to be a really key for the gap control defense by the defensive linemen and the linebackers to make sure they're staying home. Because A&T has the type of players and the type of speed. If you give them one crease, they're going to the house, and you're going to be in a little bit of trouble.
You hear the voice of Jeff Pumphrey, who's our referee this evening, letting us know that Elon has won the toss and has deferred their option to the second half. And so that means the Aggie offense that we mentioned earlier will have the first crack at it on this Saturday night in the middle of it. To be honest, you could not draw up a better weather night for the middle of September, Hall of Fame weekend, and the home opener. Partner, we've been pretty fortunate the first 3 games to have outstanding weather all 3 nights. The rain showers and thunderstorms didn't reach Boiling Springs until after that ball game.
And we have a beautiful night in Rose Stadium. So lucky to be here. Alumni Fieldhouse, 2 rivals separated by about 20 or so miles, packed stands, bands everywhere. You cannot ask for anything better than college football in September right here in Burlington, North Carolina.
Hannah mentioned it earlier. The Aggies opened up this building in 2001, a 23-7 win. And then, of course, grabbing the win in Toshiani's debut ball game in Greensboro on a 52-yard game winner as the horn sounded 24-21. They have won 4 of their 5 trips to Alamance. Jake started as back deep for A&T. Will work Tamon Cook as well as Corey Crawford Jr. Cook with the kick return average of north of 30. Top 5 in the country. And Marion end over end. Away we go. Glad to have you with us as Cook will chase it down amidst the block lettering in the north end zone. And A&T will have it 1st and 10 from their own 25. What are you looking for defensively? You've often talked about setting the tone defensively. What would you like to see?
Well, considering last week the Gardner Web and how they played the air raid, they got the ball out quick, so the defensive line wasn't able to have the results that they had against Wake Forest. In a game like this, Wake Forest with A&T, they're going to have to pin their ears back, get a good stance, maintain their gap. But in past situations, they have to make sure they get a little bit lower, get a great stance, butt up, and get going because they have an opportunity to make some plays today.
Zach Yeager makes his first start on the year. Eli Brickhandler had gotten the previous 2 starts. Yeager, though, got the yeoman share of the work last Saturday against Central. Handoff, Yeager will keep it himself, and the Phoenix snow him under for a loss of 1 on the play. Marvin Pearson in the neighborhood to make the stop, along with Josh Johnson and Chuck Nato.
Yeah, they're definitely going to try. Early on, I think A&T is going to try to play with the eyes of the defensive line and linebackers or front 7 just to get them, see if they're going to maintain their discipline. But Elon there, they stayed home, negative play. Important for this game.
2 wides to each side. First time we've seen the 4 wide look from the Aggies. 2nd and long. Yeager will flip one out, caught, but immediately taken down. Caleb Curtin, the bandit, does the job. Tamon Cook, the grab.
Caleb Curtin's been a critical player, especially for this back group. He's going to have a big day today, and there he read that perfectly. Saw the ball coming, disrupts the play. 3rd and long here, and this is where the defensive line got to make their presence felt.
Yeager, who was 7 of 14 last week for just 51 yards. A&T on the season, 6 for 22. Phoenix opposition 15 for 31 in this 3rd down, the money down, if you will.
Yes, sir.
Single wide out at the bottom of the screen, and the Phoenix Josh Johnson saying A&T jumped the
third down.
And Tariq Stewart, the right tackle, the graduate student from out of Cleveland, Ohio, gets whistled for the false start. So make a 3rd and 11, 3rd and 16.
I would not be surprised to see a draw here or a screen considering it, but things have to be aware that if they're watching, make sure that I can far field.
One out. Christian will make the grab across the 25, the 30. Now race opposite sideline or the left sideline, and Kenji Christian is finally run out. The 45-yard 4-yard line, 3rd and 10, and A&T strikes for 25.
But that's a little disheartening. That's what we saw last week against Wake Forest. Elon had a little bit of trouble working out of the backfield. They have to fix that, and that's something that has to happen right now.
Handoff given to Christian, and Christian will simply move the pile forward for a yard, maybe 2 on the play. Curtin once again in there, as well as Moore, the defensive end, the sophomore from out of Vance Pearl and West Craven High School. Let's call it a gain of 3 on the play, make it 2nd down and 7.
Phoenix got a really battle here. I know giving up that first down hurts a lot, but they want to make sure they get off the field. So this next play, want to make sure keep it low amount of yardage or put them in a negative situation.
Opening drive of the evening for the Aggies. Opening drive from either side. Almost 2 minutes gone by in this opening quarter. Yeager, straight drop. He'll now look to throw deep and simply nobody home. A mix-up with regards to the route. The intended receiver is Cook, while it's Lawing as well. But that'll make it 3rd down. Let's call it 3rd and 7.
Outstanding pressure there by the Elon D-line. I mean, that's going to be important. You want to make sure he's not getting his feet set. So obviously there was a miscommunication there, but then with some happy feet, I don't think the ball was going to get there. So big 3rd down once again. You want to make sure you're checking everything close, anything behind the line of scrimmage.
A&T 1 for 1 in the early going. And in motion is Graves from the slot to the backfield. Handoff given to Graves. Graves simply finds some room and got the first down and more. Has finally tripped up on the play. Bo Sanders, the free safety, coming up to make the tackle. But for a second time in the drive, the Aggies dial up the right number on a 3rd and long, 3rd and 7 and 3rd and 16, and back-to-back opportunities.
Well, that's hard running, but then that's just bad tackling. 2 individuals right there. You didn't bring him down. Arm tackles. He's a big guy. You got to put your body weight on him. Bring your weight forward. Didn't happen there. Broke the tackles easily.
Yeager on first down. Play action. He'll move, coming to the bottom of your screen. Simply flips it out. Caught by Tamon Cook. But they'll say out of bounds. And so incomplete on the pass. Yeager, by my count, now 1 for 3 in the early offering.
Yeah. The Phoenix have a great opportunity here with the defensive line. They just brought in kind of like their second unit to get the first unit of breath, some fresh legs for the situation. But the key is just going to be tackling. If they're going to do arm tackles, A&T is going to have an opportunity to put some points on the board in this first drive. So this play will dictate a lot, but you want to make, once again, kind of keep them in 3rd and long situation.
Jakari Caldwell, the lone receiver to the top of your screen, split backs with Yeager. Yeager, straight drop, pocket hold till Los one for Caldwell, incomplete. Had a hand on it, could not come up to make the grab. And a guy who had a whale of an afternoon or an evening last Saturday, Jaden Dennis, is right there.
Yeah, Jaden Dennis, outstanding. You know, he had a step on him, but he played a great job with his hands, trying to really mess with the vision of the receiver as they're taught to do. Outstanding play there by Jaden, and now you have 3rd and long again. So Elon, you know, after 2 straight 3rd down conversions by the Aggies, they're going to have to make sure they pin their ears back and tackle, or it'll be another first down.
Yeager 1 for 5. So far, 24 yards. Christian, the lone reception on that third down opportunity, 3rd and 16. Phoenix trying to shuffle guys on and off the field. Yeager delayed in the snap, and now here comes penalty flags. Aggies have already been whistled for one infraction.
False start. Offense number 68. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Cesar Monaro, the 6'4", 300-pound fourth-year junior from out of Charlotte, whistled for the false start. A center on a false start, that's just simulating the snap.
Yeah,
right?
That's exactly what that is, which threw a little bit of everybody off on that situation. But once again, Aggies are putting themselves, in a pretty rough situation with these penalties, but they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down. So maybe that's something that's working for them. So we'll see what they draw up here. But once again, the Phoenix just need to make a tackle and then keep their offense the ball here through punt. But haven't seen that yet.
3rd down and long. Ball spotted at the Elon 45. Yeager flips, passes, caught. Coming up to make the catch is Elijah Kennedy. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage and then simply knocked down at what will be the 37-yard line. So a gain of 8 when they needed 15, and that'll make it 4th down and 7. And an interesting decision for head coach Vincent Brown and Caleb Brickhouse. Quickly will line up for the punt opportunity.
Well, that's a good play there by Paterno. You didn't want to give him all the yards. You wrapped him up, let the cavalry comes in, makes the tackle. So you're putting them in a situation where they should be punting, but I would not put anything past anybody in a game like this.
And Brickhouse will send one spiraling kick that Bo Sanders will simply take it. Pardon me, the end over end kick that Sanders will take inside the 10. And we will keep it right here. The Phoenix will get their opening crack with 11-19 left in the quarter. Quick reminder that this evening's ball game between the Phoenix and the Aggies is presented by Cone Health, that take an entire to come out on top. Extensive network of doctors and specially recognized hospitals. Cone Health is right here with you to help you win at health. And Matthew Downing will get the start, 2nd of the season for the Phoenix, the senior from out of Alpharetta. By way of Ruston and La Tech, play action, Downing looking, and the Aggies simply sniff it out. Joshua Isaiah, the freshman from out of Independence in Charlotte, comes up to make the sack. Loss of 2 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd and 12.
On that play, but both the guard and the tackle both pulled over to the left side, which left the defensive end wide open. And then when you hit the pump, he's free over back. So look at tuck in later.
And in motion is Miller. The handoff given to Hampton, and Jalen will simply find his way back to the original line of scrimmage, and then a few more yards. Let's give him 6 on the carry to the 13-yard line. And that'll make it 3rd down and 6. But an injured Phoenix player is Centerville Williams. So let's step aside, timeout on the field while they check on the former Statesville Greyhound. This is Elon Football.
Alamance Community College invites you to step through our doors into a world of opportunity. It's the perfect place to find your key to success. Earn a 2-year degree at ACC through hands-on training in more than 40 careers. Go to the head of the class in today's technology-driven workplace. Want a 4-year degree? ACC can help you start your BA through university transfer. Earn your first 2 years of credits at a fraction of the cost. Click on alamancecc.edu to learn more.
All right, Mr. Wolf, you're all set. Complete perimeter protection installed, activated, and monitored 24/7.
Rivalries happen, but no matter who you root for, we can all identify with the best in smart home security. CPI Security. Identify yourself.
Some things in life are hard. Buying a car shouldn't be one of those things. And that's why more and more people are choosing modern Toyota in Winston-Salem. Modern makes it easy with over 900 new Toyotas to choose from. And you'll always get our lowest possible price. We'll help you choose the right for your needs. And our support makes it, we'll even deliver new Toyotas straight to your door. Get started today at moderntoyota.com.
10:31 left to play in the opening quarter moment. Jabril Williams being helped off in the road by the Elon Sports Medicine staff. Zach Richardson will now stand in, and Kyrie Walker, a ball club that has made a kind of the industry of the next man up, will now have to do just that.
Yeah, Jabril's the captain. You know, he's one of the most important figures on that offense, on that team. It's tough to see him in that situation, but next man up, Zach has to make sure plays get made.
Matt Downing flushed out of the pocket. Here comes pressure, scrambles away. Now reholsters and fires incomplete. Christian De Silva, the would-be receiver. And coming up to make the deflection on the coverage is Ty Williams, junior from out of Detroit, Michigan. But the Phoenix will be unable to convert their first third down opportunity. And on the 4th and 6 end will stand Kyle Romanek.
Not bad there in getting the ball out. That was something that Matthew has struggled a little bit with, holding it. He was very elusive there. Saw a glimpse of that against Gardner-Webb. He's going to need that today.
My goodness, Romanek drives one into the Saturday night September sky. It is fielded by Aaron Harris, who has simply run down a host of Phoenix there to make the stop. And it is Cody Hardy, the backup tight end, who takes all of his 6'5", 266 and unloads on the special teams play.
Let me be clear. If I see Cody Hardy in the dark and we're walking on the sidewalk, I'm getting out of the way. So if he's running at me in that situation, I'm just falling. That's a scary, not scary looking. He's just an intimidating figure, I think is the best way to put it. He's a big guy. That's what I'm saying.
First down at 10, A&T after moving it into Phoenix territory before Caleb Brickhouse was forced to punt. Will now scrimmage their second series. Both tight ends, Bennett and Dobson in motion. A&T moving guys all over the lot. Snap, handoff given to Graves, and Graves will simply pound his way forward to the 33-yard line to gain a 3 on the play. How helpful is it for an offense to have not only two backs, but two backs that are distinctly different in terms of style?
It's fire and ice. As a defense, you have to be ready for both. You got to see who's in the backfield. You got to pay attention to that because that's going to kind of change your approach, especially from a tackling standpoint. The bigger guy, you have to go low. You go high, those are arm tackles all day, and you're just going to miss them. But the low guy is going to be a little bit quicker. You have to just be aware of who's in there and kind of adjust your height as well.
Second down. And Yeager will keep it himself. Finds a little bit of a lane, but simply runs into Caleb Curtin at the 35. A gain of 2. Is Curtin able to upend what could have been 5, maybe even 10 if you find the alley, but that'll make it third down. Let's call it third down. They will spot it. A generous look across the way, Kyrie, at the 37.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, let's call it the 36 and a half, but still it looked like Yeager had been upended at best at the 36.
Yeah.
A&T on the early evening, 2 for 3 and third down opportunities, make them 2 for 4. Phoenix got the pressure Kyrie's been talking about in the early going, and it is Marvin Pearson, among others, coming right down the main street.
Marvin did an outstanding job of bending on that play, getting the initial push. Kasim Moore with a little bit of contact. Once again, though, you can't have arm tackles because he breaks that arm tackle. He's still running. So that's something that we could celebrate here. Third down, now fourth down for A&T. However, those arm tackles are going to pay big dividends if they continue to happen within this game for the Aggies.
First opportunity for Caleb Brickhouse, 28 yards earlier in the quarter. Bo Sanders stands back deep for the Phoenix. A spiraling kick. Sanders will simply call for the fair catch and make the fair catch at the 27-yard line. It'll send us to the timeout on the field. Let's take it with them. The Phoenix and the Aggies scoreless on this home opening Saturday night.
Papa John's new garlic epic stuffed crust pizza is the pizza inspired by our biggest fans. With that garlic flavor you all love.
In it, on it, with it.
Get the new garlic epic stuffed crust pizza for $13.99 only at Papa John's.
For a lifetime of smooth rides, protect and energize your engine with Quaker State.
University, we have the tools to help you get ahead and stay ahead. It's why we give you a brand new laptop when you enroll in a bachelor's program, so you can always keep striving.
My boy, what you doing?
I'm locking in my prospects. I just pick more or less on player stats. If I get them right, I win big.
Yeah, like what?
I got you.
Oh, a black genie.
If you pick 2 right,
Whoa.
you win 3x. Pick 4 right, you win 10x. And if you pick 6 right, you win 25x cash.
You don't get no better than this.
Oh, buddy transfer. Earn your first 2 years of credits at a fraction of the cost. Click on alamadcc.edu to learn more.
Phoenix will begin their second offensive series at their own 27. Scoreless just about halfway through the opening quarter of play on a Saturday night with Kyrie Walker and Hannah Brady, our entire Elon Sports Vision team. I'm Taylor Durham, thrilled to have Lori Bates and the partners at My 48 back with us for another exciting fall of Elon football. Handoff given to Hampton out of the pistol. Jalen simply breaking tackles, coming to the near sideline. And he will get to the 34, so a gain of 7 play. Prunty, the Kansas transfer, ups aboard the bull ride, heading into the Phoenix sideline.
Yeah, I loved what I saw there from 6 days Atchison. Just came in the game for Brooks. Listen, the offensive line, we're going to see that much time, and it looks like he's excited to play some football today. Really excited to see what he's able to do.
Phoenix going with a little bit of the big package here, Kyrie. One wide out of the pistol look. Downing once again, the handoff given to Hampton, and Jalen finds a lane, makes a man miss into the midfield strike. And Kayron Prunty, a second play that is going to grab at the shoestrings and the ankles.
Outstanding job there by Jalen Hampton, but at the same time, great job by your guards and your center who just came in. Those guys are locked in right now. They're putting the defensive tackles in places they do not want to be in. That is something where the Phoenix can take advantage.
John Carlos Miller, the lone wide out to the bottom of your screen. Brayboy and Bonner to the top. Hardy the wing. Phoenix trying to get into Aggie territory for the first time of the night. They will, and Hampton will simply spin it to the ground. B.J. Turner, the young man that we profiled in the open, the grad student transfer from Charlotte to the former Page Pirate there to make the stop.
I'll tell you right now, if they're getting this many yards, this many chunks of yards on runs, if I'm Coach Fulmer, don't stop. Wear that defensive line down. Your offensive line is imposing themselves on this D-line, and even with Richardson in, they're getting great push, and it's showcasing himself on these plays.
Phoenix go to a little bit of the tight formation. Receivers bunched in close. Downing on the hand clap. Snap, handoff given to Hampton. Jalen simply bounces to the outside and inside the A&T 40 to the 38-yard line. A gain of 7 on the play. By my count, it is Joshua Isaiah and Averion Cole, rather. It's Cole, the third-year sophomore, that tries to make the first hit on Hampton, and Jalen simply bounces out of it.
Jalen runs so hard. Great stiff arm there. And the thing I love about him, when we saw this last week, he'll get hit. He'll take his lumps, but he's going to pop up and play the next play. First down, Phoenix.
Phoenix 32 yards. Everything's come on the ground so far. Downing hitches one out. Pass caught. That's Brayboy to make the grab at the 31. Gain of 7 on the play. Aaron Harris, the field corner there, to make the stop. When you're having success running the football, all of a sudden Chandler and Jordan Bonner find the one-on-one matchup.
Taylor Durham, I have been waiting for this for 2 weeks. When you run with intent, when you run with the intention of really wearing down your defense, they're going to start expecting run. So when you do run that many plays in a row, your DBs are expecting it. Thus, you can utilize your outside game and start getting your QB into a rhythm, and now you have options to run the offense you're capable of running.
Hampton out, Wayne Dixie in at the tailback spot for the Phoenix. A drive that started at their own 27. Handoff given to Dixie, and Dixie will simply run right into the Aggie defense. Making the play, Datarius Glover, the junior from out of Kingsland, Georgia. And that'll make it 3rd down, and let's call it 5 from the 33.
Yeah, there was a bust on the interior there because they were sending everyone to an outside, but no one got the 3 technique, and thus 13 was able to come in and make the play, because if he doesn't make that play, that's 6.
Phoenix 0 for 1 in 3rd down opportunities, about ready to snap the 7th play of the drive. 2 wides to each side, Downing on the night, 1 for 2 for 7. And now all of a sudden, timeout has been asked for.
First charge timeout, North Carolina A&T, 30 seconds in length.
And Vincent Brown will ask for a moment to talk things over. Fans, quick reminder that you can enjoy great activities during each home football Saturday at Rhodes Stadium this year, courtesy of our friends at Painted Grape. For the game, find them in the Phoenix Fan Fest just outside the stadium, and during the game, located just across the way from our broadcast setup inside the Kids Zone. Painted Grape, 3400 South Church Street in Burlington. Something unique. You and I both had an opportunity to tour the new Phoenix Fan Fest area. Exciting time, and certainly a great addition to a Phoenix football game day. We'll get you down to the Phoenix sideline after this play. Hannah Brady's got a Duke University Health Systems injury update. Jalen Hampton back in the ball game.
I think there's a few options here for the Phoenix. Obviously, throw game will be number 1, but they are definitely shifting their tight ends a lot tonight. That's something that I think was a game plan for this week.
Downing, handoff given to Hampton. Jalen will run right behind both of those tight ends on the shift, and he's able to get it to the 31, gain of 2 on the play. That'll make it 4th down and 2. Quickly down to the sideline and Hannah Brady.
Guys, the Phoenix injured player Jabril Williams was carted off the field earlier in the game after being hurt. He was walking on his left leg, just limping off the field. He was in the injury tent for a long time. It's doubtful that he will return to this game, guys.
Hannah, thanks so much. So Zach Richardson, who's been, if you will, the man in the middle on this offensive drive.
Zach's had a little bit of experience, and like I said, when you are behind someone like a Jabril Williams, you just want your shot. So I think he's going to take it here today.
4th and 3. Phoenix go for it on the 4th down opportunity for the first time of the night. Downing, straight drop, shoots it out. Bonner the catch, should be enough for the first. Needed 3, they'll wind up with 4, and Elon continues to find success on 4th down. We saw it at different opportunities in the first week in Winston.
A lot of things there. I think coach is sending a message that, listen, we're going to ride with you guys tonight, so you got to make plays.
Screen pass. This is De Silva with the catch, and Christian will take it to the 25-yard line before the stop can be made. Once again, B.J. Turner on the tackle. And Kyrie, you only need to watch about one defensive series to really have a great interest in Turner and his ability to go sideline to sideline.
Yes, I love watching linebackers that do that. No matter where the ball is, you're going to find his jersey. You're going to see his number. He's going to make plays for this defense. So that's someone that Elon's offensive line and running backs have to keep out for, because wherever the ball is, you're likely to find him.
2nd and 8, ball at the 25. De Silva in motion. Off of the catch on the last snap. Downing, straight drop, pocket holds, fires one out there, caught, touchdown. The grab is made. Jordan Bonner makes the touchdown catch. It's like that off of a second grab on the season, and Downing's 4th and 2. The Phoenix leads 6-0 pending, and that was the fastball from Matt Downing.
That was a beautiful pass. Led Jordan exactly where he needed to be. That is what we expect from Downing after what we saw last week. He's capable. Offensive line gave him enough time, pushed the rushers a little bit upfield. 6 points.
Romanek on the hole. Berkowitz knocks it in, and just like that, the Phoenix grabbed their first lead of the night. 1:37 left to play. Capping off a 10-play, 73-yard drive that takes 6+ minutes off the clock. You heard his injury update earlier. Quick question from a guy who played on the line, albeit the other side.
Yeah.
How much does the last 10 plays help Zach Richardson? How much does it help Matthew Downing with the relationship with Zach Richardson?
Well, I'll tell you this, Zach Richardson and Matthew Downing during the last couple of plays, just, the snaps have been beautiful. Zach's taking advantage of his opportunity. Once again, redshirt sophomore, he's been waiting for his moment. He has it right now. Jabril Williams is the heart and soul of this offensive line. But he's locked in right now, and that drive just going to inspire more confidence in his play, but a good quarterback more confidence in him, knowing he can get the job done. And that was a big drive for this team, especially after Jabril going down. So a lot of respect there. They got to keep it going, but that is a great start.
Marion on to boot it away. Cook will be back deep, along with Rory Jones. Tep from out of Raleigh. Ball in the air. Amon will take it at the 10, and he'll bring it to the 20 before the ball is knocked out. And let's wait and see. Are they going to say Aggies recovered it?
Yep. And
indeed they will, but don't tell the man who coordinates the defense is Milo Austin.
Yes, sir.
Excitable down the Phoenix sideline.
Listen, it doesn't take Coach Milo much to be excited. That man just loves being out here and coaching. So if there's a big hit, especially with a key player for the Aggies, someone that can change the outlook on the game real quickly, they want to make sure the first time there's an opportunity to make contact, they got to make it. And they did it there. That was an outstanding play.
Kyrie, that is the second big-time hit the Phoenix have had on special teams. Hardy's hit as well.
Yes, sir. They're moving with purpose. That's what you want to do. You want to make sure, especially when you're home, you want to send a message.
On the snap, handoff given to Christian, and Christian will find his way across the 20 to the 22-yard line, a gain of 2 on the play.
The defensive lineman to me is just loving this because there's getting a little bit of chippiness and whatnot, but at the same time, Elon doesn't want to necessarily get there. No free plays here. Play to the whistle, get back on the line of scrimmage, but we're having some fun down there in the trenches.
Christian by way, his first carry for 3 yards on the line. Pocket holds for Yeager. He'll spin one out. Pass is caught. That's Wild Lloyd. Third-year sophomore from out of Northwest. Embarrassing Concord, North Carolina. Gain will be to the 27, so gain of 4 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down and 3.
For the most part, I've been pretty impressed with the A&T O-line on pass pro. They've done a good job of kind of keeping Elon at home at bay, but it's just going to be if the quarterback have them throws. The DBs are doing a great job for Elon on clock up.
The Aggies do have to snap this 3rd down, although you got a feeling this will be the last snap of the opening quarter. Yeager, the handoff. Oh, the draw play and nowhere to go. Kenji Christian simply right up the middle, and Marco Paterno provides the exclamation point to the 10 minutes. Back we come to Rhodes.
This is not a door. It's a portal where we welcome the doers and dreamers that make the communities we call home.
Waiting for
a sign for when to get a great deal on a used vehicle certified by Toyota? Voila, an actual sign.
At Strayer University, we have the tools to help you get ahead and stay ahead. It's why we give you a brand new laptop when you enroll in a bachelor's program, so you can always keep striving.
The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect it. But we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare, there for what matters. The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect it. We may not see it, but we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare, there for what matters.
Call 919-813-6860.
Second quarter gets ready to start. Bo Sanders dropping back deep as the Phoenix will force the Aggie punt. On the second 3 and out of the night. Third punt for Brickhouse, who, by the way, averaged 31 and a half in the opening quarter. With Kyrie Walker, I'm Taylor Durham, Hannah Brady on the Elon sideline. And Brickhouse will get it away. This one a spiraling kick that Sanders will take at the 30 and then will be upended. Lowe will lose the hat. As I believe tackle's going to be credited to Tamon Cook. And we've already told you that the former Marshall Thundering Herd, one of the nation's best in terms of the kickoff return, and the Indianapolis native Bo Sanders, I think, asking the head linesman of this crew, Elias Stratton. Yep.
Yeah.
Elias Stratton's. Bo Sanders was campaigning that Cook may have interfered or impeded with the catch radius on the punt return opportunity. And so first time to go check the video replay monitor for this crew, led by Jeff Pumphrey. We'll give you the result when we return. Back to Road Stadium next. This is Elon Football.
Papa John's new garlic epic stuffed crust pizza is the pizza inspired by our biggest fans. With that garlic flavor you all love.
In it, on it, with it.
Get the new garlic epic stuffed crust pizza for $13.99 only at Papa John's.
At Strayer University, we help students take action by making higher education more affordable, with access to up to 10 no-cost gen ed courses, so you can always keep striving.
The best health care is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect see it. But we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare, there for what matters. The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect it. We may not see it, but we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare, there for what matters.
With delicious flavor inside the shell. Available in salted, unsalted, and Cajun hot in the produce section of a grocery store near you. Shell, yeah.
Well, what we thought for a moment we were going to get a detailed explanation from Jeff Pumphrey to lead you back, and now it appears we will. Mr. Pumphrey, your thoughts? And Kyrie, that is a blow for Vincent Brown's ball club and Chris Young's offense. As Cook, as we've mentioned a couple of times, one of the nation's leaders in kickoff returns, but also one of the speed guys in this burgeoning pass game. And it was not the fair catch interference, but rather the fact that Cook, as you see on your screen, left his feet.
He did.
In terms of trying to make the play on Bo Sanders.
He did. And it's disappointing because a player like that, you want to see him play, but that's something they've really been working on. They want to make sure they want to get those hits out of football.
Best starting field position of the night for the Phoenix. And the give going right up the middle is in the hands of Wayne Dixie. And B.J. Turner with the stop.
Great job there by Wayne Dixie, just following his block. Phoenix running backs are taking advantage of these gaps when they're open, so I think this is something they just should keep doing until A&T can show that they can stop it.
Marion Dalton, the lone wide receiver, to the bottom of the screen. Dixie, though, straight up the gut. Inside the Aggie 40 to the 39-yard line before the stop can be made. Coming up to make the stop that time, Natarius Glover from that defensive tackle spot.
If I'm Coach Wilmer and I'm seeing this, that defensive line is already starting to wear down. You got to take their will out. This is where you showcase your power as an offensive line. They're taking them backwards. They're creating space. They need to keep that going.
And now all of a sudden a timeout has been taken. This may be the second one for the Aggies.
Yep.
Or, excuse me, it is not a charge timeout, just a timeout for an injury, as Malik Jacobs, the graduate student from out of Hopkins, Georgia, is shaken up on the numbers on the far side of the field.
Yep.
Elon in front, 7-0. If you're late joining us, welcome in. Jordan Bonner's 26-yard touchdown pass catch from Matthew Downing, right now providing the difference.
Well, the Phoenix are averaging 5.5 yards a pop on run plays. So this is something that I think they just need to keep on hammering home to establish their will on this defense.
Snap, handoff, given to Dixie. Wayne will pinball it out, coming to the near side, across the Aggie 30, inside the Aggie 30 to the 28-yard line, and a gain of 11 on the play. That'll be enough to move the chains and a first down.
Taylor Durham, I've been waiting to see this, and I'm seeing an offensive line that lost their captain that is fighting right now. They're taking the A defenders, their defensive line, and they're pushing it back, and they're just letting their running back do their thing. We're going to see this right now. The coaches have seen this offensive line dominate right now. Show they're capable.
Almost 7 yards per tote between Hampton and Dixie here. 17 plus minutes. Personal. Hand off in Dixie inside the 25, knocked down at the 24-yard line. Stop is going to be credited to Cade Moldor from Dawsonville.
These guys are eating. I mean, they are eating. I'm seeing pancakes with a little honey butter on there. I'm loving it. You know, the warm syrup from IHOP, not the one that they leave on the table that's all sticky. They're giving a great job right now. This is the offense line right now. Our places he feels is O-line.
Phoenix have already cracked the century mark in total yards, 108. Snap, Downing, play action, zips one out. That's Hardy on the catch. And then Cole knocked out of bounds at the 23-yard line. And once again, the Love it. 6'3", 2.
Listen, I've played with some guys who were tall and were skinny and playing DT or playing on the end, and those guys can fly. Now, when it comes to short down and distance, they are not necessarily who you want in there, but when it goes sideline to sideline, they make a difference for your defense and being able to get out there and make plays.
I can think of two names right off the bat of guys that you played with that would have fit that mold.
100%. Shout out to both of them, B. Ward and good old Andre Campbell.
Downing, straight drop, fires one out, pass is caught. But the receiver could not get it soft, and it's down. And ball spotted at the 24, fourth, and let's call it 6. We go down to him in just a moment. Jack Burke, the tip, this be 42 yards. Romanik on the hold. Wilkins on the snap. Snap, spot kick is away, end over end, and no good.
Yeah. That's right there.
So the Phoenix turned away on the drive that started at their own 45-yard line. On Taylor Cook. Down to Elon line.
Guys, transfer quarterback Matthew Downing is in his first season with the Phoenix, but this isn't his first rodeo. Downing has transferred 5 times and spent last season with Louisiana Tech. It's clear that he has shown just how calm the quarterback position from what we've seen today is. What about being a leader for this offense? I spoke to offensive coordinator Coach Former earlier this week, and he said he's a natural leader, and he understands that you can't force leadership and that it's earned. Your production on the field is exactly what helps you earn that credibility for your guys to follow him. Guys.
Hannah, thanks so much. Wesley Graves, one of the Virginia. Moves it to the 29-yard line, make it second down and 5.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Graves is running the rock. I mean, he's averaging about 4 right now. It's mainly after Phoenix have to work on really getting him down because he's getting yards every time he gets the ball.
Snap, hand off once again, given to Graves, and right there, the Phoenix read it like a book. Marvin Pearson and Josh Johnson in Aggie backfield to push all 5. And you were a tackle raised at 5'2", 25. Tell me the challenge in dealing with somebody that is low to the ground.
Well, if you're standing straight up, he's going to run right through your chest. So the thing is, you have to really bend your knees, get your feet planted, and bring your hips when you're making the tackle. Because if you're not doing that, if you're just standing straight up, he's going to bow through you, or you don't have, honestly, a great base that you'll be able to make the play if he decides to get shifty.
Motion for the Aggies before the snap. Jaeger lock-in and cannot get rid of it. And Kyrie Walker coined the phrase the opening week. If you're going to play on the line and wear a single digit, you must be a bad man. And Marvin Pearson fits that definition to a T.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know any bad men from Asheville, North Carolina.
You know one right now.
I got one right now, and it's Marvin Pearson. That man is playing like a man possessed. He has something to prove, and he's proven it. Outstanding pass rush there. He's been bending well all season. We saw another example of that there. Great job by the Phoenix.
A third straight 3 and out for the Aggies. And Brickhouse will boot it away. A spinning kick. Sanders will make the play and is simply ridden down at the Elon 45-yard line. Phoenix so far making the Jordan Bonner touchdown grab stand up. Elon leads by 7. This is Elon football on my 48.
Papa John's new garlic epic stuffed crust pizza is the pizza inspired by our biggest fans. With that garlic flavor you all love.
In it, on it, with it.
Get the new garlic epic stuffed crust pizza for $13.99 only at Papa John's.
Did you know that Deacon Jones Auto Group has Nissan and Toyota stores? That's right. They're located closer than you think, featuring state-of-the-art service and collision centers to better serve you. Plus, competitive pricing, finance options, trade-in assistance, and the protection of the Deacon Jones Advantage with every new vehicle. So make that short drive and come see us, because we're closer than you think. Or shop online at speakingdeacon.com, and you'll be Speaking Deacon.
At Capital Ford Rocky Mount, we have big city selection, but a small town atmosphere. And we're all about the deal. We give you the lowest price, the lowest payment, the lowest interest rate, and the most for your trade. And it's very cool to be here. Right now, we have a huge selection of great used cars, trucks, and SUVs. They are priced to move, in fact, to clear off our lot. So get a cool deal on the used vehicle you want now during our cool sale. We're minutes from everywhere and easy to get to on I-95 and Highway 64, or just one click away at CapitalFordRockyMount.com, where it's all about the deal.
Lost North Carolina Medicaid?
Where can we find a low-cost health plan?
What about a plan that covers doctor visits?
Emergency care?
Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting next month.
Bring your friends and family to McGurk's, the best eats and atmosphere in Elon.
Phoenix in front, 7-0 with Kyrie Walker. I'm Taylor Durham on this home opening Saturday night, and a fantastic crowd in the building just under our broadcast location on the west side of Rhodes Stadium. Elon ready to go. Matthew Downing has gone the entire way at quarterback, and efficient, 6 for 7 and 38 yards. The snap kerfuffle almost goes over Downing's head, but Matthew back to pick it up at the 38-yard line. And really, Kyrie, the first misstep for Richardson since he got into the ball game. A loss of, let's call it, 6 on the play. Make it 2nd and 16.
So now it's going to be really important for Zach to kind of take that out of his head, get back and play the next play. The fact that that has not happened yet until this point is impressive enough. But that's one of the things that has to be one and done. Give it to the next play some positive yardage, at least try to get that yardage back.
Gowdy working with one wide to the bottom of your screen in Brayboy. Pocket holds, Downing steps up. Now here comes pressure. Matt will simply tuck it, and then is leveled for his troubles. As coming up to make the tackle is Robertson, the strong defensive end. Janoris Robinson, the fourth-year junior from out of Jacksonville, Florida, makes the stop. And Downing, who escaped and eluded trouble last Saturday night, simply runs right into the middle of the Aggies right there.
Well, Matthew was just kind of tapping a little bit. It's one of those things, if you're going to commit. But if you're unsure in those type of situations, that's going to be the result. And Aggies defense made him pay for it. So they're hoping that's going to be something he thinks about, but big third down here.
Brayboy in motion. Elon on the night, 0 for 3 in third downs. Downing, pocket holds. Matthew fires it out there, and it is incomplete. Bounces it to Brayboy. Ty Williams Jr. in coverage, the strong safety. The Phoenix will go 3 and out. And Kyle Romanek will put it away. And back deep. Run beating. Redshirt freshman from out of Richmond.
Those are the throws that Matthew has to have in regards to the wide receivers, because Brayboy was there, it was open. Those are the things they need as they go forward.
Romanek, a wobbling kick that'll hit at the A&T 20, taking Elon bounce to the 17-yard line, and that's where A&T will tee it up. Last 3 series, 9 plays. Everything has been a 3 and out for the Aggies after they moved the ball on the opening drive that led to the punt. Quick reminder that this evening's game between the Phoenix and the Aggies, presented by Code Health, It takes an entire team to come out on top with an extensive network of doctors and specialists, nationally recognized hospitals, and the convenience of 24/7 video visits. Code Health is right here with you to help you win at health. Yeager continuing to work for Vincent Brown of the Aggies. He'll look to go deep on the opening snap, and it is incomplete. Intended for Caldwell and Jaden Dennis in the neighborhood to make the deflection. That's a really good job by the man from Mallard Creek in Charlotte.
Yes, sir. That is clinic quality. He played with his hands. He turned his head. He knew where the ball is, put himself in a great position to make a potential play where the offensive player had to become the defender because Jaden was very close of making that big play, and he was, I think, first pick of the season.
Dennis and White have both been put in man-to-man coverage so far on the night. Speaks a little bit to the improvement they've had since even week 1 of this year. The job they've done this evening. Snap, handoff, given to Graves, and boy, tough sledding in every way possible. As Graves will be bought down.
Big Chuck. Chuck did an outstanding job of dipping his shoulder, getting inside the tackle, and being able to impact the play. Knocking him off his balance enough where he's going backwards and negative play. Great job by the D-line there.
Excuse me, it's Kenji Christian, not Graves, with the carry, but Nato with the tackle. 3rd down and long. Phoenix looking for a 4th straight 3 and out defensively. Yeager. Pocket holds, he'll flip one out. Christensen with the catch, able to elude one Elon defender, and then simply is pushed out of bounds. The game will be back to the original line of scrimmage, so a gain of 2. That'll make it 4th down and a 4th straight 3 and out.
Yeah.
And Caleb Brickhouse back on.
The defense after that first drive, they're really settled in. You could just tell with the confidence they're kind of carrying on to the field. They feel like this is an offense they have a good grasp on. Defense, even though they are playing really well, this is still a 7-point game. The offense has to take advantage of these moments and these situations that the defense is putting them in.
Brickhouse simply booms a spiraling kick that Sanders will field at the Elon 46-yard line. We will keep it right here, and the Phoenix will put it in play for the 5th time all the night. 107 yards of total offense for the Phoenix. A&T with 55 to their credit. Elon 38 through the ground and 38 through the air, 69 on the ground. The Aggies 39 through the air and just 16 on the ground. And Kyrie, when you've got an offense that came in averaging 151 yards, holding them to 16 certainly speaks volumes.
Yeah, defense playing outstanding. So the offense, once again, they have a great opportunity. You got to take advantage, like right here.
Yep, Hampton will break one to the outside, and he's gone. Opening snap, one man to beat, and he tried to hurdle Prunty, and is simply run out of bounds. Jalen Hampton got to the sideline, had one man to beat, and Kayron Prunty almost got the high hurdle treatment, but simply puts him on the sideline. Quick snap by the Phoenix, working tempo.
Yep.
And Hampton is knocked down. B.J. Turner comes up to make the stop. Elon in the CPI security red zone for the first time on the night.
If we go back to the previous play on the long run, I will tell you right now, we're not going to talk about it that much, but Cody Hardy, outstanding block, but also knowing when to let go. Because if he holds a little bit longer, that's the holding, and that long run's coming back. He let go. Outstanding job by 4-3, though, really kind of catapulting Jalen on the outside. And even though he's the unspoken hero, that's something on film that's going to stand out.
Phoenix was 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking to double up the advantage. Handoff given to Dixie. Wayne simply carrying Aggies. And it's Kayron Prunty, who Hampton tried to hurdle on the long run. Dixie simply carries him across the goal line for the touchdown. And Elon moves it to a 13-point advantage and the point after pending. My goodness, the Phoenix run game has been emphatic in this opening half.
And they have not lost the beat without Jabril Williams. So that lets you know they have trust in Zach Richardson, who's outside of that one bad snap, that young man has come in here and has competed. I love what I'm seeing right now, and they got to keep it going, especially for the last 4:42, because A&T is going to try to put something together.
Burko on to attempt the point after. Snap, spot, kick is away, and it is good. With 4:42 left to play, a quick strike, 3-play, 54-yard drive that goes a buck 10 and gets Wayne Dixie his first touchdown run of the season. And Elon in front by 14. By the way, quick reminder, halftime report comes your way at the end of the second quarter. Director of Athletics, Jid Strawley, stops by for a visit with our Elon Sports Vision team. Great to be with Athletic Director Strawley and the entire Elon family earlier this afternoon for the induction of the 53rd class to the Elon Sports Hall of Fame. And as my broadcast partner said so fittingly earlier, now we're getting to the point where these are guys and girls that you went to school with.
Yes, sir. Looking at this class, I'm so impressed. I mean, I remember watching Kelsey Evans dominate the SoCon in basketball, Carly Nestor dominate in softball, watching Luis Vargas win championships in cross country, watching Coach Powell. Like, these are some big names, and I'm glad they're getting the recognition they deserve.
Marion will boot it away. It is fielded by the returner. That is Christian, who is in after Cook was ejected for targeting, and Christian will bring it out to the Aggie 26-yard line. And so make it first down and 10. There's a lot of numbers that were impressive about the group.
Yep.
The simple fact that in his senior year, Luis Vargas finished 25th at the NCAA championships, and it was the first cross-country meet that year that he did not win.
Let me tell you something. I am not a cross-country guy. I respect what they do because of Luis Vargas. That man used to fly for 3.7 miles. I can't wake up and fly and do anything. So, impressive guy. I'm glad, well-deserved Hall of Fame induction.
Wesley Graves good for a yard, but then a penalty flag late. Kyrie told you earlier some of that chippiness that developed midway through the first quarter maybe finding an avenue.
Number 71, Tariq Stewart's been kind of pushing the envelope a little bit, so I wouldn't be surprised if that was on him here. Yeah, shove a Marco Palmera.
After the play is over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense number 71. Half the distance to the goal, second down.
By my count, Kyrie, third infraction on the Aggies, second one that's gone against Stewart. He had a false start back in the opening quarter.
Yeah.
Or pardon me, the fourth infraction, 2 false starts, the targeting on Cook, and now this penalty.
And that was just silly. I mean, you know, Marco's playing to the whistle. He's playing to the whistle. The shove afterwards was unnecessary. You don't want to put your team that's already struggling on offense in a bad situation, especially as a graduate student. You've played in these games before. You got to play with your head. Can keep your emotions in check.
First down and a country mile. Second down and a country mile. Second and 23 at the 14. Handoff. Yeager will keep it himself, actually, and simply bring it back over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. That'll make it third down and 16. Remember the opening drive where A&T drove it into Elon territory, included a 3rd and 16, a 3rd and 7 that they both converted. Phoenix have taken their first charge timeout. Jeff Pumphrey letting us know to reset the clock. But the Aggies really have almost been kept at bay the entire half.
Yeah.
You take away those 2 long third down opportunities, and Elon's defense has been very workmanlike at certain points during this opening half, and that's got to be news and a ringing endorsement for our defensive coordinator, Devontae Edwards.
Listen, this defense has had to battle the last 2 weeks, and they have had moments where they look very good versus Wake Forest, very good versus Gardner-Webb. we're seeing a little bit of their swagger tonight. They know that they are capable of shutting an offense down, and we're seeing it. And how they're flying off the ball is great to see. And I want to see more of it in the second half for sure.
Gager on third down and long, rather. Simply floats one out. Nicholas Dobson there to make the grab, but it'll be well short of even getting back to the original line of scrimmage. And so a fifth straight 3 and out for the Aggie offense. And Caleb Brickhouse on to boot it away. And boy, the Phoenix are going to have another opportunity to try to add to this 14-point advantage.
Listen, this defense, these linebackers especially, they're young, but those boys are flying around. They've been very impressive so far. Great chance for the Phoenix to put some more points on the board, especially before half.
Brickhouse, an end-over-end kick. Sanders, the riverboat gambler, will take it just shy of the midfield stripe and then bring it into Aggie territory at the 42-yard line. So a gain of about 10 on the return, and Elon gets it on their best field position of the night so far with a first down 10 at the Aggie 2-yard.
Bobo has been basically that going. He could just escape of it. He had a little space there. He took advantage of it. Good for him. But now the offense, with 3 minutes and 26 seconds, great opportunity to continue to add to their lead.
On the air. Great. County action. Pot. Matt's got to move. He did not get in down at the 2 and knocked out. But hold.
First, you leave the block below the waist. For what?
Will get penalized for the block below the waist. It is the first infraction on the Phoenix.
Oh, boy.
And you the replay. And you see the block. And that'll lead to a first and 25. By the way, fantastic mid-season camp work. Elon's vision crew to play shot is a gift that across the 7-yard line.
TD, I'm going to be honest with you there. It's a bad penalty, obviously, bringing it all the way back. But guess what? If Jalen doesn't do that, that's another hit on your quarterback. So right. We want to keep Matthew upright as much as possible. And I know he's going to probably have to give J.C. Miller a dinner or two or a steak. But in that situation, we want to keep our QB clean. So it makes sense. It's a horrible penalty. It feels bad, but you got to take wins and losses there.
Down in the handoff, given one up the middle, and that's Daniel Frederick who gets the carry, the true freshman from out of Pikeville, North Carolina, and Charles B. Aycock High School, who will take it to the Elon 49-yard line. Third down and quite a bit of work. 3rd and 19. Line to get is the Aggie 32-yard line.
At this point, you got to take what the defense gives you. You don't want to do anything crazy. You don't want to give them any momentum, especially giving them great field position as well. So I would look for the Phoenix to be conservative here, but I have been wrong before. Who knows? Their receivers, it should be pretty fresh right now. It's been a heavy dose of run in the last few series.
Dalton, the receiver, to the bottom of your screen. Hampton, the back, next to Downey. Snap, pocket holds. Here comes a flag. That more than likely is holding, and Downing will simply scamper coming to the near sideline as giving chase that time is Turner, the Mike linebacker, but hold the phone.
Hands to the face.
Personal foul, face mask, defense. The automatic first down.
We did not get the number on the play. Microphone breaking up just a touch. In fact, we've just been told that it is Datarius Glover, the backup defensive tackle. You get a look at the replay. And Jack Cutler, I believe, is the guy that takes the hands to the face that time. And Downing able to run out. Good job by Matthew that time to escape.
Right.
And now all of a sudden the stoppage in play with 1:19 left.
I know Jack felt really disrespected there. Just to have somebody slap you across the face in the football game. That's...
They will add 4 seconds onto the clock. Boy, you feel like the Phoenix have got the entire playbook up here. 3rd down and 2. First and 10. 83 ticks left and 2 timeouts.
Yeah, it's all available to them, and they got to take advantage of it for sure.
Downing, straight drop, looking. Here comes pressure. He'll simply check down. That's Hampton on the catch, and Jalen taking B.J. Turner with him. Well, the lore and the tales of the man from out of Frederick, Maryland will be told, especially when he took the nation's 4th best solo tackler for a ride for a couple.
Well, once again, Jalen can do that all day. That check down's there. They just got to continue to use it.
Downing will flip one out. Intended for the wide receiver, Dieke. Odoma Dieke, 4th-year junior from out of Riverdale, Georgia, by way of UMass. Prunty on the coverage.
Good old OD there. Would have been nice to see him kind of make that play, but good defense there. Great job by the Aggie defensive back, just making sure he's in the way, back covered, but play the next play.
Hampton 3 yards shy of 100 on the evening. Not even to the halftime break yet. Downing on 2nd and 10. Pocket once again holds. Matthews scampering out. Simply tried to check one down to Hampton. And had it short hop to him. Malik Jacobs, the Sam backer, the first Aggie there in coverage.
Matthew there, his clock, he was a little bit off. He started to panic a little bit. Obviously, with the defensive line somewhere in the proximity, but not that close. So you just need to take a deep breath, locking on his target, because that would at least been the first down, I think, and put the Phoenix even closer to potentially putting 6 on the board.
Phoenix with only 4 third-down opportunities so far on the night here in the waning moments of the opening half. 0 for 4 so far. Snap, Downing, straight drop, pocket holds. Matthew trying to find a way out and cannot. And will be sacked by the Aggies. Coming up to make the sack is Anthony Harrison II, 3rd-year sophomore from out of McLeansville in Northeast Guilford.
It's disappointing there because there's an opportunity to put 6 on the board. However, at the same time, the Phoenix, you got to give it to the Aggies, really. It's 14-0 with about 30 seconds left. It feels like Elon has dominated this first half, but A&T is still in it. Elon's allowed them these opportunities so they can continue to build. And, a 2-score game going into half is, truthfully, I think, a win for the A&T team because offensively they have had nothing really going, but only being down 2 scores, still a lot of ball left.
Tony Trisciani is going to let the play clock wind all the way down to 1, and then we'll take the timeout. And so the Phoenix will simply huddle up. They'll have 1 more left. And you turn and look into the Phoenix huddle, and Jack Berkowitz will simply have the opportunity. Boy, we talk often about the progress of Matthew Downing, and as Hannah mentioned earlier, spent time at Georgia and TCU and Louisiana Tech. Coming off the field that time, that's the first time I've seen him emphatic regarding a sack or regarding a negative play, and the leadership opportunity and the encouragement opportunity for his offense.
Well, I think he just knows his missed opportunities. They have 2 scores, they have a missed field goal attempt, and then they have 2 3-and-outs. And I think with this field goal, hopefully Burko can get it in, but they know that they could put more points on the board, and they're capable of it.
Smack dab in the middle of the field. Berkowitz will boot one away, and it is good. Berkowitz hammers one home, And just like that, the Phoenix move it to a 17-point advantage and cap an 8-play, 17-yard drive that takes 3:20 off the clock. And the guy who made a couple of big kicks last Saturday near his hometown of Shelby gets right back on track.
We call him Young Burko. That's all I have. They say he's 145 pounds. I don't believe it.
They say he's 5'7", 145.
I don't believe that either. Somebody's not telling the truth. But guess what? As long as he can put that ball between the uprights, we can lie all day on his measurements. Maybe next year put 6'2" and just see what teams think when he runs out to the field. But he's been outstanding so far. He's been battling, and, his growth from the spring is something that's been really impressive. He's been really trying to master his craft, and he's out here on the field as a freshman. So that showcases he's taking advantage of the opportunity. Big kick for him, and coach is going to continue to build that confidence in him, and he's showcasing that he can produce.
Boy, back-to-back scoring drives, Kyrie, as all of a sudden Elon has pushed it out to this 17-point margin and points on 3 of their last 5 offensive series.
I'm just excited to see this Elon team come to play in the first half. We haven't seen that in the first 2 weeks, but I think being at home, playing an opponent that they're excited, really excited to play against, they're making plays, and it's something they're going to have to continue to do because this Aggie team won't go away.
Kick from Marion is fielded by one of the men. And that should bring us to the end of the first half, and indeed it will. And this home opening crowd giving the Phoenix a warm round of applause after the opening 30 minutes of work. We'll send you down to the field in just a moment. Hannah Brady getting into location with the head coach. Hannah is ready, and down to the field we go with the head coach.
Coach, up by 17 going in the second half. What did you like about that first half?
I like that we're playing clean football. I think we had one penalty that half. It was a combat penalty, so I don't worry about those. Playing our brand of ball. We're playing clean. We're sustaining drives. We're doing a good job on defense, winning on third down. We have a good feel for what they're doing. I'm sure they're going to change it up. At halftime here, we're going to come out and play the next 30.
With the loss of Jabril Williams, how much does that impact the offense?
I mean, it impacts us. He's a great player, and he's a leader, and he's our center. But Zach Richardson's done a great job. Next man up. Real proud of him and that whole front.
What's the message going to be in the locker room to come back out and get these guys fired up?
That was a great 30. Now it's all about this 30. All right, we got to finish this thing.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you very much.
Hannah, thanks so much. And our thanks, as always, to the head coach of the Phoenix, Tony Trisciani. We begin the halftime report next. This is Elon Football on My 48 and Elon Sports Vision.
At Capital Ford Rocky Mount, we have big city selection, but a small town atmosphere. And we're all about the deal. We give you the lowest price, the lowest payment, the lowest interest rate, and the most for your trade. And it's very cool to be here. Right now, we have a huge selection of great used cars, trucks, and SUVs. They are priced to move, in fact, to clear off our lot. So get a cool deal on the used vehicle you want now during our cool sale. We're minutes from everywhere and easy to get to on I-95 and Highway 64, or just one click away at CapitalFordRockyMount.com, where it's all about the deal.
Did you know that Deacon Jones Auto Group has Nissan and Toyota stores? That's right. They're located closer than you think, featuring state-of-the-art service and collision centers to better serve you. Plus, competitive pricing, finance options, trade-in assistance, and the protection of the Deacon Jones Advantage with every new vehicle. So make that short drive and come see us, because we're closer than you think. Or shop online at speakanddeacon.com, and you'll be Speakin' Deacon.
Lost North Carolina Medicaid? Healthcare.gov is here for you. With the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting the 1st of next month.
What is stopping anyone from making a game where you're in it, you're skating real life locations, and the resolution makes it real? I don't know. I don't even see any limits anymore.
The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when most and least we must in this alone. It deserves healthcare. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare. There for what matters.
Possible price. The friendly staff at Modern will help you choose the right Toyota for your needs, and our simplified paperwork makes it easy. We'll even deliver your new Toyota straight to your door. Get started today at moderntoyota.com.
Experience the Modern difference.
Alamance Community College invites you to step through our doors into a world of opportunity. It's the perfect place to find your key to success. Earn a 2-year degree at ACC through hands-on training in more than 40 careers.
Get NFL Sunday Ticket and watch your favorite NFL teams' out-of-market Sunday games live all season long. Now on YouTube and YouTube TV. Sign up now and get $50 off. Offer ends September 19th. Terms and embargoes apply.
The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most but we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare. There for what matters. The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect it. We may not see it, but we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare. There for what matters.
This is not a door. It's a portal where we welcome the doers and dreamers that make the communities we call home a better place for all of us. It's a promise to do everything in our power to be a real partner to the people, businesses, and communities we serve. So dream big. Don't settle. Imagine what can be and come see us. Because when this portal opens, we're here to help make good things happen.
1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and.
Fire the Carolinas is Elon University's marching band. What's unique about our band is that we're open to all majors, students, regardless of the background, as long as they have some demonstrated some ability and performance in high school. The lowest point, the marching band was down into the low 30s for the total number of students. And this year, we're mid-70s, which is really present on Move-In Day. We're the team that's out there welcoming you at the Star Center, at the Downbeat, to the football games. You'll see us cheering our hearts out in the crowd. And then any other kind of special.
Some things in life are
Papa John's garlic sauce fans, we made the garlic epic stuffed crust pizza just for you with that garlic flavor.
In it, on it, with it.
But you wanted more heat, so now you can get it in spicy. Get a one topping for $13.99 only at Papa John's.
Lost North Carolina Medicaid and need health coverage? At healthcare.gov, 4 out of 5 customers can find a health plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting the 1st of next month.
Con niños pequeños necesitas un plan de salud que esté viendo por ti. Desde hace más de 25 años, Texas Children's Health Plan se ha enfocado en mantener sanos tanto a los niños como a las mamás de Texas. Llámanos y te podemos ayudar a aplicar.
The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect it. We may not see it, but we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare. There for what matters. The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect it. We may not see it, but we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare. There for what matters.
Craft beer selection that pairs perfectly with our delicious nachos. Bring your friends and family to McGurk's Eats an Atmosphere in Elon.
It's a new era for the Elon Phoenix. Hello, my name is Grace Stetler, and today I am joined by our new Director of Athletics, Jennifer Strawley. Jen, thank you so much for sitting down with us today and just telling us a little bit about your new time here at Elon, your history, and what excites you about being a part of the Elon Phoenix community.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here with you today.
So I was, thinking about things just to talk about and like questions that I had if I was, a new student athlete and wanted to learn a little bit more about my athletic director. So tell me a little bit about that transition from the University of Miami, where you served there for 11 years. Now you're at Elon. Obviously, that's a pretty big transition, right? A different location, student population, even athletic culture. So tell me a little bit about that transition. How has that been coming to Elon?
I'd start first with just how welcoming and excited people have been, for me to get here and to be here and to be a part of this community. Both the campus community and the greater Elon Burlington community has, kind of eased some of that piece of the transition. But it's also a transition for me, having been the number 2 at Miami and now transitioning to be the athletic director. And, you think about that in your head when you're thinking about the next step in your career. But when you get to that place, you realize like you're prepared for the moment, but there still are pieces you're learning a little bit along the way too.
Being a student athlete, now as an athletic director, you can probably relate to the student athletes on another level. Can you speak to that a little bit, like kind of that connection you can build with them?
It becomes harder and harder the older you get,
Sure.
but I think you can at least understand and relate back to the experience.
Yes.
And you recognize that the balance that they have to find in time is somewhat challenging, and the sacrifices you have to make as a student athlete, that not that other students don't. Other students make sacrifices too, but the sacrifices in time and effort and just energy that you put in, you are tired a lot of the time. And finding enough hours in the day to find sleep is hard sometimes, or recognizing that you got to get up for class after you lost a game the night before. And it's much easier to get out of bed after a win than it is after a loss. And so just balancing some of that and having lived through that myself, I'd like to think I at least have appreciation for a degree of what they're experiencing. Today's world is very different. We didn't have social media in the day when I grew up, and that fundamentally changes just an experience for a young person. And so I'm learning to try and understand that piece of it and the pieces that I didn't directly experience. But I would like to think that at least having been a student athlete myself gives me some better understanding for our student athletes.
and talking about kind of what I guess the future this year looks like. What developments do you see yourself making here at Elon, at least for that just getting to learn even where everything is on campus, but at the same time, what development do you really see kind of in the works for this upcoming athletic season?
So in addition to kind of setting the vision and the plan, which we'll spend quite a bit of time doing as a department, and then also seeking input, I think if you're going to build something like that, you need to have broad input and stakeholders that have voices into that process. But I think the other piece for me is just a focus on health and well-being. And, we talk about the healthy you and all those pieces as well. But it's in athletics, how do we ensure that we have, whether it's the mental, physical, nutritional side of pieces in place for student athletes to be able to not only be competitively successful, but to be successful in life. And so I think there are some opportunities around enhancement there that will be some of my top priorities as we begin to look at, again, it's all about creating that student athlete experience that is going to allow them to be successful.
And so thank you so much for sitting down with us today and talking a little bit about what the Elon future looks like. I know we're all very excited for the upcoming athletic season and for the seasons to come. So thank you, Jen.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Papa John's garlic sauce pans, we made the garlic epic stuffed crust pizza just for you with that garlic flavor.
In it, on it, with it.
But you wanted more heat, so now you can get it in spicy. Get a one topping for $13.99 only at Papa John's.
Lost North Carolina Medicaid?
Where can we find a low-cost health plan?
What about a plan that covers doctor visits?
Emergency care?
Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting next month.
The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect it. We may not see it, but we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare, there for what matters.
You dearly. Yours, most sincerely, Cox Toyota. Before you buy, give Cox a try.
This is not a door. It's a portal where we welcome the doers and dreamers that make the communities we call home a better place for all of us. It's a promise to do everything in our power to be a real partner to the people, businesses, and communities we serve. So dream big. Don't settle. Imagine what can be and come see us. Because when this portal opens, we're here to help make good things happen.
Hampton Farms peanuts, roasted with delicious flavor inside the shell. Available in salted, unsalted, and Cajun hot in the produce section of a grocery store near you. Shell, yeah.
Halftime report rolls on with Elon in front, 17-0 with Kyrie Walker. Let's show you how, as the Phoenix, the second drive of the evening, 10 plays for 73 yards. Jordan Bonner, the touchdown catch. Elon would add a Wayne Dixie 4-yard touchdown run in the opening half, and then Jack Berkowitz's field goal from 43 yards closes out the scoring in the opening half. You get a look at the stats from the opening frame. A&T 64 yards of total offense. Elon 178. Kyrie, the number that jumps out quickly. A&T's last two drives, 6 plays minus 5 yards. Elon 11 plays, 77 yards and a touchdown.
this defense is capable of this, and we knew this early in the season. And the crazy thing, Taylor, this defense is a little beat up too. They don't have all of their full allotment of guys, and they are playing with that next man in philosophy. Devontae Edwards is doing an outstanding job coaching this group up.
We get to Hannah Brady when we roll on. Hannah from the sideline comes your way next. Second half rolls next as well. This is Elon football from Elon Sports Vision and My 48.
Great medicine and world-class athletics come together at Duke. The Urbanic Sports Science Institute leads this collaboration in treating all sports-related issues from injuries to improving performance. We pride ourselves on offering the best clinical care for all athletes, all ages, and all skill levels. To learn more, visit dukehealth.org or call 919-813-6860.
Dear Triad, we see you driving by us every day. Whether off to work or ready to play, heading over to a beautiful park, just in time for a fun family walk, or windows open, zipping around for quick bite with friends right downtown. Your Toyota takes you most everywhere, and we ensure you get there with the utmost of care. Oh, Triad, we sure love you dearly. Yours, most sincerely, Cox Toyota. Before you buy, give Cox a try.
Just about ready to get started with the second half of work. Phoenix in front 17-0. It's your opportunity to show you some highlights from the opening half play. And taking the field, Rose Stadium for the first time since their perfect home year last year, and Elon gets to the defensive start play going. Kyrie, he found a room in the open drive. Those doors have since been closed. And Jalen Hampton and Wayne Dixie have opened things up in multiple ways.
I would say this from a defensive standpoint. Elon looked a little shaky back in this pre-game, getting things going, trying to feel out as a defense. But they have really locked in. They have found something within this offense that they're very comfortable with, and they're just being able to. And the running game has been standing. Is something that they're going to need to continue to build on, and I expect to see a heavy dose of it in the second half.
Let's head down to the sideline. Hannah Brady stands on the sideline for this update.
All Phoenix ball all quarter long in these first two quarters of this first half. Tony Trisciani was on the field in the first and the second half, and he was just saying it's one drive at a time, one ball at a time, and that's something that they've been working on since last week. And these two losses of the season moving into this week, they just want to continue to do one snap at a time, one drive at a time, and continue to convert into those conversions, and then hopefully provide some momentum on offense, guys.
Hannah, thanks so much. Kyrie, it's something you and I talked about during the open, the job that the Phoenix have done all week, stressing 30 minutes to 60 minutes. It's stressing the opportunity to build on the confidence moving forward.
Yeah, I think the Phoenix have to do their thing here in the second half. They have to compete at a very high level. It's 17-0, but there's still a lot of ball left. This is a great opportunity for A&T to continue to fight and showcase their offense to the levels that they're capable of. But I want to see this offensive team get off on this first drive, execute their game plan, and make it work because they're more than capable to continue to put points up.
First time of the night, Owen Daffer is teed it up. Junior from out of Wilmington, North Carolina, and New Hanover High School. Is back deep for the Phoenix. Stands Chandler Brayboy. And Daffer will do the honors. End over end kick, and Brayboy will simply call for the fair catch. And will start the Elon drive, first down and 10 from their own 25-yard line. We mentioned earlier the numbers in that opening half. Matthew was the definition of efficient for 11 yards, a touchdown, but no miscues. And Jordan Bonner's got multiple grabs. Hampton, Brayboy, and De Silva each with a grab as well.
I think all of that's going to be important here, TD, but I expect a heavy dose of the run game. I think each back is going to have the opportunity here, and I think the offensive line hopefully will see them continue their groove.
Downing Play action off of the first snap, rolling the pocket to the near side, and then simply flips one over the top of Brayboy. As A&T was in hot pursuit. Joshua Isaiah, Charlotte, North Carolina, in high school, who did 4 tackles and a sack in that opening half, providing the discomfort, making second down to 10.
And as big as this is for the Elon offense to continue driving, this is a lot of story here for the A&T defense. They got to continue to battle as well. This is where you're going to learn a lot. Give your offense a chance to get the ball back. Only down 17. Elon offense, you want to battle that and continue to try to put points on the board.
Matthew Downing goes to work, handoff given to Hampton. Jalen jump cuts, finds his way across the 30, across the 35 to the 38-yard line, cracking the mark from time with a gain. Hampton now on the night, 10 carries, and the simple math tells you $110. That's real easy math to tell you 11 yards per attempt.
Listen, I'm so impressed by Jalen Hampton right now. His patience there. Just a quick jump cut, made 2 defenders miss, and then he's continuing to push the ball up. I mean, a lot of that was on him there, and he made that happen. It's been very impressive.
Out with Dixie behind him in the pistol set, give to Wayne in the Butler transfer. Finds his way to the 40-yard line. Wayne Dixie is a guy who last season in the preseason, everybody thought, well, more than likely the true number 2 back. And then Malik and DJ Moyer kind of worked their way in.
Yep.
Give Dixie credit. He has been a competitive guy that has found his way back into this rotation and a spot.
Yeah, Jalen spoke about Wayne particularly and just talked about how that wide running back room is there together. And when one person goes down or one person goes out, next guy comes in, and the expectation is still to produce. So Wayne's been locked in, been very impressed, and, it paid off with his touchdown in the first half.
Get down at 8. Downing will zip one across the middle. The pass is caught. That's Bonner making part of the night. Malik Jacobs, the same backer, student from out of Hopkins, Georgia, handled the tackle. About the only thing the Phoenix in the opening half is right here. Third down, third and from the Elon 45. They were 0 for 6 in the opening frame.
Yeah, that's tough. And that's been a point of emphasis that Coach really talked about that he wanted to see and didn't necessarily see it in the first half. I think just keeping someone back, something manageable, and let your playmakers make plays is going to be key here.
Downing waits on the snap from Zach Richardson. Snap a little bit high. Downing corrals it. Releases. Passes incomplete. Intended for Brayboy. Prunty in coverage. And that'll bring up 4th down. Well, the Phoenix moved the sticks at least once on the Hampton 13-yard run, but can move them no more. And Kyle Romanek, who continues his impressive start to his Phoenix tenure, 48-yard average in the opening half, a 57-yard boot in the arsenal.
Yeah, a little disappointment there. I think Matthew just has to kind of calm down a little bit and get the ball there, kind of rush his throw. But defense is on the field to continue or try to continue the dominance.
A wobbling kick. Harris will simply let it hit inside the A&T 20. And actually, they're going to spot it up at the 22-23-yard line. And so a kick that was angling going out of bounds will actually get the benefit of the doubt. And A&T will begin their first series of the half. First down at 10 from their own 23-yard line. 6 series with the football, 5 3-and-outs. They're working on a streak of 5 straight, and all 6 ended in a punt.
Yeah, and I think it's just important to look at how the defense has played. They maintain gaps. They are getting out of offensive linemen. They're getting in the backfield. They're making A&T uncomfortable, like right there.
Yeager trying to flip one out to Christensen, and it is incomplete. And if Kenji Christensen had caught it, Marco Paterno was ready to dial it up.
Very
redshirt freshman from out of Wake Forest and Heritage High.
Very impressed with Marco tonight. He's flying around the ball. That's the expectation. He's young and he's showing it. And, I told him in class on Friday, the whole class is getting a homework assignment if I don't see him fly. So I guess he's carrying the weight on his shoulders tonight.
Mark are doing a good job helping the benefit of everybody out in the classroom.
Yeah,
this evening.
They're still getting homework. It's fine.
Understand. Handoff given going up the middle. This is Christian, and he'll find his way across the 25-yard line to the 28-yard line. Gain on the play will be a 5, make it 3rd and 5, but stoppage of play.
I don't think
Turner losing a. Let's wait and see.
we had 2 helmet losses there. I don't think I've ever seen that on the same tackle. 2 helmets just fly off. That was pretty wild.
Looks like Powell, the spur that lost the well. 3rd down, 3rd and 5 from the Aggie 28. Yeager on the night, 5 for 11. Pocket holds, Yeager reholsters, now fires, incomplete. Here comes flags. And I believe they're going to get the Phoenix for pass interference. Going down that side, Brandon Tyson. Guilty part coverage.
Yeah, BT a little bit too over-aggressive in that situation.
Pass interference. Defense number 12. Ball be placed in the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
So first down after the penalty, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Elon in front, 17-0. Yeager shoots one bottom of your screen. Catch.
Can't be mad at that by Bo Sanders. I mean, it was a good throw, good catch. It was
So the game will be a 4. Or excuse me, gain on the play will be of 6, make it 2nd and 4. Yeager, snap. One out of the pocket, going to the first side, and they hop to the receiver. Intended receiver is Elijah Kennedy. Bo Sanders in the zip code. And that'll make it 3rd down. Let's call it 3rd down and 5 from the 47.
A&T right now is just trying to find somewhere where Yeager gets comfortable. They rolled him out there. He had some space. And, I think Elon did a great job defensively just trying to maintain containment there. He just kind of missed that throw, but I think that's something we'll probably see again here very soon.
Aggies on the evening on 3rd down opportunities, just 2 for 8. Phoenix look like they're going to bring pressure coming up the middle. Yeager once again rolling the pocket. He'll shoot one out. Pass is caught. Did Kennedy make the grab? No, he did not. They'll say that he did not come up with it. You'll get a look here at the replay. Excellent job by our friends at Elon Sports Vision, and what a job by Bobo to get the hand on it on the release.
Yeah, absolutely. Bo doesn't get his hand up. That's probably a catch. He impacted the play there, and the rule is if you're not going to get to it, you got to put your hand up and impact it. And see, since I've said Bobo, a few things have happened. I just want to throw that out there.
7th drive on the night. All of them have ended in a punt. Caleb Brickhouse has been a busy guy for the Aggies. And this kick in the air. Phoenix almost got to it. Sanders will make the catch at the 13-yard line, and it'll send us to the timeout on the field. Phoenix in front by the halftime margin of 17. The Elon football on my 48.
Papa John's garlic sauce fans, we made the garlic epic stuffed crust pizza just for you with that garlic flavor.
In it, on it, with it.
But you wanted more heat, so now you can get it in spicy. Get a 1 topping for $13.99 only at Papa John's.
Lost North Carolina Medicaid?
Where can we find a low-cost health plan?
What about a plan that covers doctor visits?
Emergency care?
Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting next month.
The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect it. We may not see it, but we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare.
10:55 left to play on a Saturday evening in the third quarter from Rhodes Stadium with Kyrie Walker. I'm Taylor Durham. First opportunity to see the Phoenix at home this year. First of 3 opportunities in the next month.
Yeah. TD, they just did deal or no deal for furniture for a college student. We are definitely at Elon University.
Matt Downey, the handoff given to Jalen Hampton going up the middle, and Hampton shaking tackles, just flipping tackles away. Crosses into the Phoenix 30 to the 34-yard line, a gain on the play of 20. And that's the guy we remember from last year.
Yes, sir.
It feels like every run's got the home run opportunity at the plate.
His patience has grown from last year. He waits for the opportunity. He has a low center of gravity. So if you're not ready to form tackle and tackle correctly, he's going to break it. And that's what we've continued to see tonight. He's been running so hard. Outstanding work by Hampton.
He almost scored that time. Into Hampton, and Jalen simply taking another Aggie with him that time across the 40-yard line to the 43-yard line. Ty Williams, 6'1", 75-pound strong safety.
In tempo, that they're capable of. I love it.
Handoff once again, given to Hampton. Big hole, Jalen into Aggie territory to the A&T 46. Down to the sideline, Hampton Farms sideline report with Hannah Brady.
Guys, you hear everyone calling Jalen Hampton Bam. And this week we actually got the full story behind it. When he was in middle school, his father used to put together his highlights, and one of his youth coaches saw his school. Hampton used to play defense. I'm just going to come back since then, guys.
Hannah, thanks so much. We'll tell more of the story in just a moment. Injury time out on the field. Phoenix in front by 17.
Great medicine and world-class athletics come together at Duke. The Urbanic Sports Science Institute leads this collaboration in treating all sports-related issues from injuries to improving performance. We pride ourselves on offering the best clinical care for all athletes.
Save big on a great selection at the Toyota Certified Used Vehicle Sales Event. Early bird gets the RAV4 or Tundra.
Lost North Carolina Medicaid and need health coverage? At healthcare.gov, 4 out of 5 customers can find a health plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting the 1st of next month.
Welcome to Brazilian Wood Depot. I'm so happy you found us. My name is Sam, and I'm talking to you from our Brazilian Wood Depot headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm at one of our several storage facilities. Listen, there's a lot to know about Brazilian hardwoods you may not know. That's why I created a YouTube channel and this website with all the content to help you feel comfortable about your next decking or siding project. Now, you're still going to have more questions, and that's okay. That's why we're here. Pick up the phone, give me a call, because we have a lot to talk about.
The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect it. We may not see it, but we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare. There for what matters.
Players, Jack Cutler, he's been helped off the field. In fact, left under his own power. That is good news for the Phoenix, who lost the man in the middle in Jabril Williams earlier this evening. But Zach Richardson and this offense have certainly stepped up to the plate in Williams' absence. First down and 10 at the A&T 46. Handoff given going up the middle. And the carry to the 40-yard line. And making the tote that time, Wayne Dixie, who will wind up with 6 on the carry, make it 2nd and 4.
Well, it's simple. And I think Coach Fulmer is pretty much going to say, although Matthews 8 for 14 for 57 yards, but if you have something that's working, you have an offensive line that is dominating the front, and you have a running back who is locked in right now, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
One wide out to each side. Out of the pistol look. Handoff once again given to Dixie. Wayne will get the corner turned. Across the 30, the 25, and inside the CPI security red zone right at the 20. Knocking on the front door, but another injured offensive lineman for the Phoenix down to take a quick breather. And I believe it's Zach Richardson, at least based on the initial look of the number. We will hold it right here. You mentioned earlier finding the confidence and having success running the football. We saw it earlier on the Bonner touchdown catch. At some point, the one-on-one matchup that you've been wanting on the outside is there.
Yeah, it's definitely there. And I think they've been kind of softening the defense enough where if they wanted to take a shot, they would be able to, and they'll be able to put their skill guys on or put their receivers and even the tight end potentially on that one-on-one matchup where I like the chances of the Phoenix here. But, once again, they're just continuing to punish with the run. However, that's another offensive lineman down, and hopefully it's nothing too severe, but that's number 3 here tonight. So, those backups are going to be able to get some reps, but they're going to be needed, and they got to continue to get these reps and maximize their opportunities.
That's also Zach Richardson, I believe. Yep, and Kevin Burkett was taking snaps with Will Langford on the Phoenix sideline as Langford trying to get the junior from out of Gatlinburg, Tennessee, ready to go. Also, you look in and see Braden Walker, 6'2", 294-pound freshman, joining the Phoenix offensive huddle. We mentioned the Phoenix run game on the night. By my count, on the night, 21 carries for somewhere in the neighborhood of about 220 yards. It has not only been Hampton, nice to have Wayne Dixie, 9 carries for 61 yards. And the Phoenix, as we mentioned, knocking on the door of the CPI security red zone. Dixie's already rung the bell once this evening. Snap, Downing handoff, given to Dixie, and Dixie simply going right up the middle.
Gracious.
Boy, A&T tried to read it in the backfield. He slipped the initial wave and then carries guys down to the 10-yard line.
If Wayne Dixie continues to play like this and we have a 1-2 punch of Hampton and Dixie going forward with this defensive line, our offensive line, a lot of opportunities available.
Once again, the give to Dixie, and Dixie will take it to the 6-yard line before the stop can be made. You mentioned earlier, this is one of those ball games that you really like. You got offensive linemen now rolling on the ground, finishing blocks.
Sir.
It's right up your alley, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm looking at Carlos Moore. I'm looking at Luis Duarte, individuals that have been itching at their opportunity to play some meaningful minutes. This is their time. This is their moment. This is where they showcase to themselves, and not only to themselves, but the coaching staff, that they are capable of stepping in and getting the job done. So the expectation is 6 here, regardless of who's on the field.
Snap, handoff once again, given to Dixie, and Wayne stopped at the line of scrimmage. Let's call it 3rd down and goal from the 7.
Been very impressed once again with, you lose 3 starters on your offensive line, and these guys have just kind of come in. But I know one thing Matthews kind of showcased, especially at the end of the first half, he wants to put 6 on the board, not 3. So I think this is where they're going to try to expose one of those one-on-ones on the outside and try to put 6 points on the board.
Dieke in the ball game. Lone wide receiver to the top of your screen, and now before the snap. That is normally a
false start. Offense number 76, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Well, it's not one of the guys that they brought in the ball game this evening, but rather it's Zane Gilbert, the 4th-year junior who is got plenty of starts under his belt.
Yeah.
It's called for moving just a little bit early.
Yeah, I think Zane felt the pressure that A&T was going to bring on that side, so he just had a quick step there. A tough loss there to get 5 yards back, but still third down and opportunity.
Doubting waits, the snap, looking in the pocket. He'll float one to the end zone, and it is incomplete. Dieke had Prunty on him in coverage. Make it 4 down and goal from the 11. And Jack Berkowitz, who's already home from 4-3, will try to get Elon points inside the CPI Security red zone. Quick reminder, CPI Smart Security, it protects what matters most. 29 yards off the left hash. Wilkins the snap, Romanek the hold. Snap, spot, kick is away, and good. Move it to a 20-point advantage, and now all of a sudden, extracurricular activities break out. As guys get tangled up in the special teams, Arthur Nwandu, the converted tight end to defensive end in the middle of the fray with regards to the Phoenix. The Aggie coaching staff out on the field as well, and this may take a few moments to sort out.
I'm going to tell you right now, if I know anything about Coach Tony Trisciani, he's not a fan of that. He doesn't like the game being played at that type of, I don't even want to say level. It's unnecessary penalties. I get the heat of the moment getting tangled up, but all the extra
well, Coach Trisciani visiting with Arthur. Of course, the 50-year-old native of Manchester, New Hampshire. He wins his preseason, sitting in the modern era to beat Limbo with 20. Tied for fourth in Elon Paula. Man holds the mark this afternoon at the Hall of Fame. And the head coach of the back-to-back NAIA national champs in Jerry Totley.
Yep.
Kyrie, this is an extended conversation.
Yeah. It was a kerfuffle. I think that's the word I wanted to use. Yeah, kerfuffle. Unnecessary kerfuffle, but a kerfuffle nevertheless.
Here we go. Jeff Pumphrey will help us sort it.
The result of the play is the kick is good. After the play is over, personal foul, Elon, number 73. 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kick. Unsportsmanlike conduct, Elon, number 90. That foul will also be enforced at the end of the play. Number 90 has his first foul for unsportsmanlike conduct.
So Nwandu is unsportsmanlike conduct, and Luis Duarte, the fourth-year junior from out of Greensboro, is the personal foul.
Right.
Now, both of them are of the 15 yards. So my question, and they're backing it up like the answer's already well known.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now they're holding it at the 10, which means that what they have done is they have gone to the 20 and then they've gone half the distance in the adjudication of both of the 15-yard flags.
I will tell you right now, Coach Trisciani is not happy in that situation. Now, obviously, both penalties called on Elon there. It's just completely unnecessary in getting to that point. Both Luis and Arthur know better. It's second man always gets caught. You got to play with a more clear head. And there, Arthur just lost his patience. But however, that's unacceptable. That's not going to be something that Coach Trish is going to, appreciate going forward.
It's Jazir Staten that gets taken to the ground by Nwandu. As the up kick will be fielded, this is Christian who gets it to the corner across the midfield stripe and into Elon territory with 6:26 left to play in the third quarter. Berkowitz's kick, by the way, good from 29. But A&T certainly their best field position of the night in terms of a starting point. 1st and 10 off of the Elon 37-yard line.
Yeah, a little bit disappointed there in the 30 yards. Obviously, the defense is in a tough situation, but they have to keep fighting here because A&T, 20 points, but 7 here makes a new ball game. So defense has to continue to try to dominate.
A&T just 75 yards to their credit. Yeager tries to make the throw, and is it picked? Yes, sir, it is. And it is Caleb Curtin, the cat who took the pick six to the house in Winston. Just like that, gets the ball for the Phoenix defense. Their 4th takeaway of the year. And now Elon with an opportunity to extend the margin. But hold the phone, penalty flag down at the 40-yard line.
Caleb Curtin, that was an absolutely athletic play. He read it. He knew it was coming. It was just like he was baiting him into the throw and then just capitalized.
Result of the play is interrupted. After the play is over, unsportsmanlike conduct, Elon number 8. 15-yard penalty be enforced. 1st down, Elon. That is number 8's first foul for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Jaden Dennis gets whistled for the unsportsmanlike conduct after the play. It'll back it up 15 yards, but the interception continues the struggles for the Aggies in the pass game. A&T came into the evening averaging just 33 and a half yards per ball game. They are over that marker. Most of that coming on the Christian catch in the opening half on the 3rd and 16.
Yeah, outstanding play by Caleb. Once again, personal fouls. Gotta get rid of those unsportsmanlike. Those aren't going to make the ball coach happy. But I'll tell you right now, as long as Jalen Hampton's running this ball, let this clock continue to bleed out. I think great things are going to happen. But this offensive line, as bandaged as it is right now, they're making it work.
7-yard carry. Makes it 2nd down and 3. Ball at the 25-yard line. Clock moving under 6 minutes. In what has been a little bit of a disjointed third quarter.
Just a little bit.
If you will.
Just a tad.
Downing. Handoff and absolutely snowed under is Hampton. Coming up to make the tackle that time is Janorius Robertson, 4th-year junior from out of Jacksonville, Florida. That'll make it 3rd down and 8.
Something that's really big here, just with an offensive line where you're kind of patched up right now, you don't want long developing plays, though, because those players, they're getting their first true game action here. So it's going to be necessary that something quick so they can kind of build their confidence as they go forward.
One thing the Phoenix would like to do right now is to break out of this bugaboo on 3rd down. Elon 0 for 7 on the line.
Woo, absolutely.
Downing, looking, pocket holds, flips one out, intercepted. Pick made, and it is Cole, the Will linebacker, that comes up with it. And just like that, the Phoenix with their first turnover of the night. And A&T will start a drive inside the Phoenix 20 and inside the CPI security red zone.
Some disappointment right there. Just try to get a short gain in order to get down. Ball hits off the hands, pick. So defense back on the field, needs to make a big stop, but this should have been caught. Hits him right in the face mask. That happens, but you got to continue to play the next play.
Julian Bumper, the hybrid running back wide receiver, unable to make the grab that time. Yeager for the first time all night. Kyrie works under center out of the offset look. Handoff given to Christian, and boy, the Phoenix defense stands up tall once again. Marco Paterno, the Mike backer, redshirt freshman in there to make the stop. You mentioned earlier different guys playing in different spots. Paterno, who's normally the backup to Tyson at the Will, moves into the start at the Mike. Nick Velos was available this afternoon and this evening in case needed. They would prefer to try to give Nick the night off. They've done just that. and up 20. More of the max unit as well here in just a moment. Second down, let's call it 12. Yeager looking. He'll offer one. This to the end zone and incomplete. Pass is intended for Caldwell, third-year sophomore, and Jaden Dennis in coverage.
Outstanding job once again by Jaden Dennis. Okay.
Vincent Brown and offensive coordinator Chris Young wanting the flag for Dennis in coverage over on the far side, and Mr. Pumphrey letting us that all was catchable.
No, not at all.
Which is their way of saying you're going to ask for a flag when he's almost thrown it to the brick wall.
I mean, you've been getting the flag the last couple of minutes. Why not? But at the same time, great job there by Jaden, just kind of forcing him out.
Third down at 12. Yeager looking, and down he'll go. The Food Lion feeds sack to get back as the Phoenix turn the Aggies away on third down after the interception. And it is a guy you've been awfully high on the entire night, Chuck Nato, that gets it done.
Well, defensive backs helped out by outstanding coverage in the backfield, making him try to find it. Defensive line shedding blocks. Chuck has been moving with the high motor all night. That was a sack that it was a team defense sack there, even though he's going to get credit for it. I mean, team defense has been very solid once again, holding them here in the red zone.
Owen Daffer on to attempt the field goal. Snap, spot, kick is away, and kick is good. So the Aggies are on the board with 3:14 left to play in order a 30-yard field goal to Daffer. As they are able to convert off of the Downing interception. We'll simply keep it right here and let you know that this evening game between the Phoenix Aggies presented by Code Health that takes tires to come out of an extensive network of special national hospitals and the convenience of 24/7 video visits. Code Health is right here with you to help you win health. And our good friends at Painted Grape want you to know that you can enjoy great activities during each home football Saturday at Road Stadium. Before the game, find them in Phoenix Fan Fest just outside the stadium during the game over there at what has been an active and busy kids zone throughout the night. You get a look at the two interceptions that have kind of highlighted this third quarter. Caleb with the pick, and then all of a sudden A&T's able to turn the table. The interception and Backer and Cole, and it's the Aggies that take the turnover by the Phoenix and get three off of the leg of Daffer.
Unfortunate situation there for the Elon offense, but once again, just really, really impressed with the Elon defense. They're playing with a high motor. Obviously, a shutout is something that they were striving for, but in that situation, and holding them to three, I think that's the one as well.
Kick be returned, and then Frederick will get it back to the 20-yard line. And so Elon will have it first down and 10 at 20. You have not heard us mention the Daniel Frederick in the first two ball games. The guy that in the scrimmages of preseason camp started himself into the running back conversation, and in an effort to try to get Chandler Brayboy some moments of rest, they're going to let Frederick run back some kicks.
Yep, whenever I see Frederick, I know he went to ACOT. And that's home of the great Van Dante Taylor. So that means I know he's a tough guy that can play ball and run it. So he's in a great background, a great system. Glad he's getting his opportunity today.
Handoff given to Wayne Dixie. Dixie will be stopped for a loss of a yard. And that'll make it second down at 11. Clock continuing to move. Phoenix have certainly had to earn this 17-point lead. It's felt like the run game and the defense has certainly kept the Aggies at bay at certain points.
Yeah, I think one of the big things is just their offensive line. 3 offensive linemen going down. I mean, that's tough for any team to kind of battle through that. But they got to continue to navigate and push forward.
Downing pocket flood ground to the 21-yard line. Gain on the play will be of 3. And make it 3rd down and 8. It's not fitting, but it's rather ironic that on the night following the afternoon that sees the 43-year Director of Athletic Training Services, Martin Baker, inducted into the Elon Sports Hall of Fame as they have been.
Yeah, you hate to see it. I mean, that's one of the uncontrollables of the game that I learned. Injury and work so hard, but over the last season and a half.
3rd and 8. Phoenix 0-4 on the night for 3rd down opportunities. Snap, pocket holds, down now flush, got a body, cannot. Here's that guy again, a year sophomore from out of Charlotte and Julius Chambers High School that makes the tackle. They 3 out, the first third of the game, and that'll force Kyle Romanek to punt it. As you get a look, the replay on the sack. Boy, Cole right now feasting on Downing, trying to step up a little bit. Indeed.
Yeah, I think Matthews has to be a little bit more aware and get that ball out so he doesn't take unnecessary hits at this point. He called upon the quarterback team. So any that he doesn't need to take a hit, throw it away, play the next play.
Romanek boots the Phoenix, though, out of trouble and will boot it past the 35 to the 32-yard line. And so that's where A&T will put it in play. We mentioned earlier Chuck Nato gathering up a Food Line Feeds sack to get back. Our friends at Food Line Feeds donating 1,000 meals this year with each sack by the Phoenix to help our friends in need throughout Alamance County. So let's keep cheering on the Phoenix and the sacks to give back. A&T trying to follow up the Daffer field goal with more points on the ensuing drive. Yeager, pocket holds, looking. Now Yeager will turn the corner. Good block by the Aggies. Yeager simply pump fakes it a couple of times, but Paterno not falling for it. And Yeager will simply head for the far sideline. Good job that time, Kyrie, on the block by the Aggies, as it is Tim Williams, the right guard, that simply keeps Donovan Everett at bay. This is a big group up front. Yeah. 345, 300, and 315 go guard to guard.
Yeah, and their size, that's the things that play with their hands, and that's the best way to combat, especially if you're not as big as them. You got to use your hands, you got to create base, and they've done that. So it's worked for them most of this game today, but great play on the outside by Paterno in order to limit the game.
Yeager in the pocket, fires one out, pass incomplete. Tyson and Curtin, guys who have been everywhere this evening. In deflections, and Caleb with the pick, and that'll simply bring up a 3rd down. Let's call it 3rd and 8. A&T on the night, not much better than the Phoenix. These two ball clubs who came in a collective, ready?
Yep.
12 for 53 in 3rd downs, are a collective 2 for 19 on the night in 3rd down opportunities.
Yeah, that's going to be something that stands out because I know that was a really big goal for Coach tonight, is for offensively for Elon to improve on 3rd down. But defensively, they've been great, and they have to continue to do so in order to get the ball back to the offense.
Yeager looking and has it bounce off the hands, intercepted. And it is Jaden Dennis that comes up with it after it deflects off the mitts of Charlie Nixon.
I've been so impressed with this defensive back. I mean, Jaden has a penalty that, coach is probably going to get on him about, but just the awareness. I mean, just to turn around, put his hands up, he has the ball, ball going the other way. This defense has been lights out tonight, and considering no Dylan Tucker, no Nick Velos, these young men are out there performing.
Pardon me, it is not Dixon, it is Nicholas Dobson, 6'3" junior from Manatee, North Carolina, in the eastern part of the state. Phoenix get field position, first down and 10 at the 37-yard line. Down, steps up, looking, he runs right in. As coming to make the sack is B.J. Turner, and that will lead us to the end of the third quarter. Phoenix, who led by 17 at the break, lead by 17 with 15 minutes left.
Some things in life are hard. Buying a car shouldn't be one of those things, and that's why
Lost North Carolina Medicaid? Healthcare.gov is here for you. With the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting the 1st of next month.
Oh, this soup?
This tastes terrifically.
It's 100% organic, naturalifically, with red peppers roasted sizzleifically, then blended with cream from dairies localifically. It's specifically.
The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect it. We may not see it, but we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare. There for what matters.
Place for all of us. It's a promise to do everything in our power to be a real partner to the people, businesses, and communities we serve. So dream big. Don't settle. Imagine what can be and come see us. Because when this portal opens, we're here to help make good things happen.
Tonight, Open Road Stadium for the 22nd year of business. And 11,002 at the front door. 5th largest road stadium history. And the Phoenix up 17 are 15 minutes away from a 7th straight win at the front. With Walker, I'm Taylor. Changes to Frederick, and he is simply met at the line of scrimmage. And that will make it third down as the tackle credited to Herbert Booker, 4th-year junior from out of Oak Ridge, Tennessee.
Well, I'll say this, TD. You said 11,000 strong. That's really impressive, but 1,000 of those are just the A&T band, if we're being very honest. There's a lot of human beings playing music, and I'm in love right now.
Out of the pistol look, handoff is given to Frederick. Frederick, nice cut move. Flag on the play, so we'll have to see, but Daniel across the 35 and down to the A&T 33-yard line, a gain of 11.
Yeah.
It would still be 4th down. It would be 4th and 6, but let's hold the phone here and get the full disclosure on the penalty flag.
He just made something happen. Completely made something happen for sure.
And the initial indicator is holding against it. I believe.
Offense number 40, 10-yard penalty, replay.
Kyrie mentioned earlier that on one of the Hampton long runs in the first half, Hardy did a good job of letting go. He did not let go right there, and that'll back it up to third and a little bit more than that country mile. 3rd and 27. Line to get to the Aggie 27. And the ball spotted inside the Elon side of the 50 at the 46.
I think this is going to be something when Elon turns on the film, once again, just how they come out this half. I know they've had the injuries, but it's been pretty tough. They've just been going backwards most of their drops.
Hand off, give it to Frederick. Frederick finds a seam on a block and once again gets most of the penalty yardage back. Also, most of the yardage from his first run offering back. And certainly gets the Phoenix into an interesting spot. 4th down and let's call it 8. And 5th-year head coach Tony Trisciani wasting no time whatsoever. Kyle Romanek into the ball. Try to pooch inside their own 10.
Yeah, with this defense and how they're playing right now, I don't want to put them in these situations. Just trust that they're going to get the job done here against this Aggie offense.
Romanek, fake, he'll throw on, touchdown! Kyle Romanek, the Phoenix for the 2nd consecutive week, execute the fake, and it is DJ Hamilton, the freshman that makes the grab. Last week, it was Josh Johnson rumbling 35 yards on a 4th down. This week, if you had Kyle Romanek and a touchdown pass on your bingo card, come to the front of the line, you win.
You know, TD, I would just say, DJ's another one of my students as well. So my heart's happy. Love watching how hard that young man's work. He put together a great preseason. Good to see it pay off there. And what a bomb. What a ball. Put right on the money. I mean, it's good to kind of showcase that creativity. Nobody expected it. Big 6 on the board, 27-3 Phoenix.
Berkowitz knocks home the extra point. Scoring drive, 4 plays, 37 yards. Elon goes from a potential 3 and out to the 3rd touchdown of the night. And just like that, the Phoenix have extended the advantage. We've told you throughout the night, Hannah Brady's sideline reports presented to you by Hampton Farms. Hampton Farms, America's #1 brand of in-shell peanuts, located right here in the Old North State. Glad to have our friends at Hampton Farms with us. Kyrie Walker and I will see you on My 48 in 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
Phoenix will get the CAA opening win this evening. And then it's Bowie's Creek next Saturday night. And then some kind of get-together to wrap up the opening month of football.
Yes, sir. Family weekend.
And top 10 ranked, top 5 ranked to some, William and Mary in town. As Marion will boot it away and Kenji Christian will return. Takes it to the 25, 26, 27-yard line before the stop can be made. Coming up to make the tackle, Trey Allsbrooks. Good to see Trey back in the rotation this evening. You have talked before about the aggressive nature of this offense when they've got certain things in their favor. The Josh Johnson rumble was deep in Elon territory. Right there, though, one of those in-your-favor opportunities. And Romanek, who's really been able to sort of let the leg out so far this year, does a great job of kind of selling everything.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Milo Austin, they work on that, and they're so diligent in working on it. And he wouldn't do it if he didn't believe they can execute it and execute it well. That's what happened. Outstanding play there. I mean, that's just something that, you know, that has been there. And I just didn't expect it in that moment, to be honest with you, TD. So I give it up to him. Great call.
I'm not sure how many of the 11,000 plus expected it in the building.
Listen, Coach Austin, he's a different breed of human. So, but that shows he trusts his guys.
Handoff given to Graves on 2nd down and 8 inside Elon territory, and Caleb Curtin will wrap him up at the 37-yard line. A gain on the play that'll wind up being 34 yards. Clock moving, 12 and a half left to play.
A big run there. Graves still running hard. Found his opening, took advantage of it.
Snap. Handoff once again given to Graves. And Graves to the 36-yard line. Gain of 1 on the play. A little bit of pushing and shoving as they get up.
Phoenix got to be careful here. There's a lot of unsportsmanlike penalties. I don't know how many and who has them, but let's not be silly here. In preparation for next week, this game isn't over yet, but nothing silly. Just continue to play your game, play to the whistle, get back to the ball.
Yeager on 2nd down, penalty flag thrown, and the play will be stopped. This is normally in the vicinity of holding, but let's wait and see.
It might be false start.
False start. Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty.
Jason Ivey,
down.
the left tackle, 4th-year junior from out of Charlotte, whistled for the false start. So back him up 5.
Yeah.
Always appreciate Mr. Pumphrey not quite finding the microphone switch.
It happens. It happens.
It does happen.
It happens.
Exactly right.
It happens.
We mentioned the bingo card earlier. Referee not finding the mic switch may be about the second square to the left. Now, all of a sudden, whistles blow, and it looked like somebody was trying to get in to signal timeout.
The offense made a substitution, and the officiating crew was not able to recognize it in time. The play will be redone.
That's what I thought.
So the offense makes a substitution, but they will certainly redo the play. And you look at the Phoenix trying to run a defender on to counter the substitution.
Mm-hmm. Very good recognition by Coach Trish in making that happen. Should make sure he had the right personnel on the field for that play.
Yeager, who is 6 for 18 on the night. Handoff given to Christian, and Christian, who found a big hole early against this Phoenix defense, but has since watched the holes close down. Will be tripped up by Brandon Tyson that time. Past the original line of scrimmage to the first down marker, make it 3rd down and 9.
Well, what the Elon defensive line has done is they're not allowing for their offensive linemen to get to the second level. Thus, those holes don't exist. And the linebackers, I cannot speak as positive as I have on Tyson and Paterno tonight. Those young men, both redshirt freshmen, they are competing, and they are not skipping a beat. And they're getting things done. They're filling those gaps and creating negative plays.
Straight drop. Yeager looking. Phoenix had a hold of him. He gets free, throws it down the field, and it is incomplete. Caleb Curtin there to make the play. Kenji Christian on a wheel route, almost in the end zone, but Curtin able to slap it away, and it'll make it 4th down and 9.
Outstanding play there by Caleb. Had Brandon Tyson beat on the wheel route. Outstanding route, but that's why he has to be the last line of defense, and he just stuck his hand out at the very last second and completion. That is what he's back there for. He can make those plays. However, Jake Loro and some of those D linemen, they just have to make sure they break themselves down and not run free from those arm tackles so they can get that sack. It happens, but once again, great play by Curtin, and it's 4th down.
DJ Hamilton also in on that deflection as well. True freshman having himself quite a night. Yeager on 4th down will offer, and this one is nowhere close. Intended receiver is Wild's Loin, but the Aggies will turn it over on 4th down. Back we come to Rhodes Stadium. Phoenix in front by 24.
Lost North Carolina Medicaid? Healthcare.gov is here for you. With the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting the 1st of next month.
Oh, this soup?
This tastes terrifically.
It's 100% organic, naturalifically, with red peppers roasted sizzleifically, then blended with cream from dairies localifically. It's specifically.
Shop Capital Ford first, and you won't have to go anywhere else. You'll find the selection you need and the customer service you deserve. We make it easy. Have your pick from over 600 new vehicles in stock, with new inventory arriving daily. And after all these years, we're still all about the deal. The lowest price, the lowest payment, the lowest interest rate, and the most for your trade. Find what you're looking for at Capital Ford at CapitalFord.com, where you can view our inventory, apply for financing, and get a quote for your trade. The best deals are always at Capital.
That's why more and more people are choosing modern Toyota in Winston-Salem. Modern makes it easy with over 900 new Toyotas to choose from, and you'll always get our lowest possible price. The friendly staff at Modern will help you choose the right Toyota for your needs, and our simplified paperwork makes it easy. We'll even deliver your new Toyota straight to your door. Get started today at moderntoyota.com.
Experience the modern difference.
Hampton Farms peanuts, roasted with delicious flavor inside the shell. Available in salted, unsalted, and Cajun hot in the produce section of a grocery store near you. Shell, yeah.
Well, 10-12 left to play on what has been an absolutely picture-perfect night in multiple ways. 11,000 plus in the building, a 24-point advantage, and an absolutely perfect night in terms of the weather forecast. And Will Langford on in relief of Matthew Downey. Give is to Wayne Dixie. And Dixie will take it over the 40 to the 43-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. So Downing's night appears to be done. 8 of 16, 57 yards and the touchdown. Staying with
that night, obviously, you want to make numbers. That's what did a great job leading this. The run game was more than enough tonight. He did his part. Now, these are some very important snaps for 7 as he continues to go forward in his development.
Langford once again, the handoff given to Dixie, and Dixie working toward his first 100-yard effort as a member of the Phoenix will take it to the 48-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play when he needed 3. So 14 carries for 85 yards. You close the book on Jalen Hampton, you would think.
Yeah.
Pretty efficient night, wouldn't you say? 16 carries, 153 yards. The only thing they didn't was find pay dirt.
Yeah.
That may be the only thing they hold against him in the conference office when they start handing out big hard there.
But I'll tell you right now, if you watch Find Me, every single one of those yards were earned. He did a great job.
Will Langford keeps it on the zone read. Thought about trying to flip one out to John Carlos, but instead turns it upfield and a gain of 2 on the play. Make it 2nd down and 8. You coined the phrase last year. You've gone back to it a couple of times this year. Hampton gets big boy yards when big boy are the only thing that.
I mean, there have been moments where he's made something absolutely out of nothing. But I think, once again, if you're a kid watching this film and you're wanting to play the position, he is patient. He's not automatically bouncing out, waiting things for him to develop, and he hits the gap, and he hits it full speed ahead. So if you get in his way and it's a half-hearted effort, he's going to bowl you over. He's going to juke you. He's going to stiff arm you. He's going to get his plays. And that's what happened a lot tonight.
Daniel Frederick here. Frederick will find it for a gain of, let's call it 4, and make it 3rd down and 4. Well, there's another item to add to the arsenal. And another different style of back. Dixie and Frederick, 6'1", 210, 6'2", 200. Elon Hampton, 5'10", 201. 3rd down, handoff. Langford will give it away to Frederick. That's the 3rd down conversion that the Phoenix have been looking looking for as Frederick upended. Excuse me, they will be short. 43-yard line. Thought for a gap, but the Aggies are able to make the play defensively, and it's Michael Etheridge, third-year sophomore at Birmingham. But Elon will go for it on fourth down and short. Langford keeps it running behind the block of Frederick, and Will find his way inside the Aggie 40 to the 39-yard line. Clock continuing to move. Under 7 minutes left.
Yeah, love that by getting the guys to the line, getting set, trying to catch A&T off guard. They're trying to get their play from the side. Was able to really run the zone read to perfection, get the first down, continue to.
Phoenix being deliberate, as you would anticipate they would be, with 6.5 left. Miller in motion across the formation. Snap. Langford will keep it himself and then simply takes it right up the middle to the 35-yard line. You like that he does on the back end of the read to keep or whether to give it up, right?
Yeah, I think that's something that he learned in high school. It was a big part of their offense there, so he feels comfortable here. That's why we're seeing it a lot, especially in a game like this. You got to be smart in those decisions. He can get a few more yards set up of giving it to the back. He's pretty good. He's not his summer development. He's continued it. So obviously it's something that Coach Fulmer believes is a strength that he has within this game.
I'll give you two guesses. Who is wearing the number 7 jersey in the crowd this evening that you see on the left side of the screen? And it's Will Langford's mother. Glad to have her here, and all the folks in attendance this evening to support the Phoenix. Is another offensive snap, and Elon takes it to the 35-yard line.
Mama Langford from Pelham, Alabama, makes the trip to support her boy. She is phenomenal, and it's amazing because I can tell on Will a lot, but I feel like Mama would get deeper too. So we don't want. She's from Bama. We don't want to mess with her. We want to give her all the love and respect in the world.
Third down and 6, under 5 minutes left. It's great spending Saturdays with you. You just learned something on the carry. He'll take it inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. That'll make it fourth down. Let's call it 5. As the clock continuing to move. At some point, you played with some defensive tackles and some defensive line guys, and they're probably going to have a question about all of this love you've given to different offensive guys.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Well, there's a way to say this. Casey Crenshaw, director of student-athlete academic services. She has a title. I don't know.
Hang on quick. Roman, you never know where this may be headed. Yeah. After the fake touch to Hamilton on last. This one play end over end, and it will hit at the 1. Did they save it? Yes, they did. Inside the 5. Phoenix execute the short kick, and it'll send us to the break. We continue the conversation regarding the defensive tackle and his thoughts on the offense when we roll on. This is Elon Football.
At McGurk's Pub, you'll feel the Philadelphia brotherly love in the food and atmosphere. Home to the tidal wave and the best cheesesteak south of Philly. McGurk's also has a local craft beer selection that pairs perfectly.
Lost North Carolina Medicaid?
Where can we find a low-cost health plan?
What about a plan that covers doctor visits?
Emergency care?
Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting next month.
Oh, this soup?
This tastes terrifically.
It's 100% organic, naturalifically, with red peppers roasted sizzleifically, then blended with cream from dairies localifically. It's specifically.
Did you know that Deacon Jones Auto Group has Nissan and Toyota stores? That's right. They're located closer than you think.
featuring state-of-the-art service and collision centers to better serve you. Plus, competitive pricing, finance options, trade-in assistance, and the protection of the Deacon Jones Advantage with every new vehicle. So make that short drive and come see us, because we're closer than you think. Or shop online at speakanddeacon.com, and you'll be
Speakin' Deacon.
At Capital Ford Rocky Mount, we have big city selection, but a small town atmosphere. And we're all about the deal. We give you the lowest price, the lowest payment, the lowest interest rate, and the most for your trade. And it's very cool to be here. Right now, we have a huge selection of great used cars, trucks, and SUVs. They are priced to move, in fact, to clear off our lot. So get a cool deal on the used vehicle you want now during our cool sale. We're minutes from everywhere and easy to get to on I-95 and Highway 64, or just one click away at Capital Ford.
And come see us. Because when this portal opens, we're here to help make good things happen.
Great 57 the looking with Kyrie Walker. I'll tell you right now, this is a perfect spot for you and I to have this conversation and to continue the conversation. The ingenuity of Elon University students, you and I are both graduates, always fascinates me. As Yeager will flip it out, pass is incomplete. It is intended for the would-be receiver, Mason Capers, the backup tight end, Giovanni Dillard, the 6'2", 203-pound freshman from Lithonia, Georgia.
I just hope they recycle all this. We're all about sustainability here at Elon
We are.
University,
Yes, we are.
And as long as those are being sustained correctly, by all means. But they better be in the recycling bin, because if they're still there, I'm going to be upset. Big man.
Yeager on second down will flip one out. And pass is caught. Making the catch, Rory Jones, freshman from out of Rollsville High in Raleigh. You have to give him credit. I'm assuming that got started like before the ball game, maybe the first drive. So that's been something that they've put their thought process and their intelligence and acumen into building for the better part of the night.
And if I see one of my students down there, I have questions tomorrow, but they better answer them. Or not tomorrow, but Monday. But if that's going to keep them here and they want to build contraptions, as long as it doesn't enter the field of play, we're good.
Wesley Graves with the catch. That'll move the sticks on third down. A&T now 3 for 13 on the night, third down opportunities.
I think the Phoenix want to get the ball here and try to go home, so they have to make sure they wrap up.
Graves the carry. And he'll drive it to the 34-yard line. Gain on the play will be a 4, making second down and 6. Take you through the upcoming schedule for the Phoenix here in just a moment. I mentioned earlier, Elon with one more conference or non-conference tilt left, and there is a timeout for an injury. And it is Jake Loro who is shaken up but quickly hops to his feet. That's a good sign. Elon back at home in 2 weeks, September 30th. Back to the traditional 2 p.m. kicks. As William and Mary in town, North Carolina Central follows. Of course, we'll see you from Bowie's Creek, North Carolina next Saturday night. You played here for 4 years.
Yes, sir.
And you may not remember this as they continue to celebrate.
I wanted to blow over so bad. You don't understand my passion. I just wanted to fall.
The technological efforts down there.
I just wanted to fall to you.
When's the last time, or when's the latest in a season you left the state of North Carolina? Do you remember?
Oh.
Yeager on second down simply flips one out. Pass is caught. And that is Elijah Kennedy, the sophomore from out of High Point Central, that makes the grab. Be just shy of the first down, so 3rd down and 2. Reason that I bring that up is Elon will not leave the state until October 14th.
Yeah.
Phoenix will be 6 games into an 11-game year.
We typically left early.
At least once. Yeah, at least once in
We
like the
always
first 2
went
to 3
somewhere.
weeks.
Absolutely. I remember we went to Liberty. The last game of the upload.
Snap handoff is given to Christian, and Christian will drive it to the 47-yard line. Gain of 10 on the play. That'll be enough for a 1st down and 10. Well, at 09, you went to Presbyterian the second week.
We did. Let's just move on. Let's go to somewhere else. Anywhere else. Any other game, sir. Not there.
Yeager drops back. 1st down and 10, and will simply be dropped. Not quite sure that's going to be another Food Lion feed sack to get back. I think he makes it to the line of scrimmage. But it'll make it 2nd down and 10. A&T will stay on the road next Saturday at Norfolk State. And then a unique introduction to their maiden voyage in the CAA will continue. Or excuse me, they will be at Norfolk State the final Saturday. Aggies with the open date next Saturday.
Yeah.
Home games with Villanova, Richmond, Towson, and Campbell. Their road trips remaining in the league. Welcome to the CAA. Here's Newark, Delaware, Hampton, Virginia, and Kingston, Rhode Island, November 11th for the Aggies of head coach Vincent Brown.
This is a this is a little bit of a brutal introduction to the CA, but regardless, you can replace this with any other team, and it's still going to be a tough schedule because this is just great teams you're going to play week in and week out. So I think A&T will get there. They got to continue to build. They have to work on their offense to get some consistency, but I'm excited to continue to watch them here and grow in the CAA.
Marvin Pearson that time forcing the bad throw from Zach Yeager. Penalty flag down. They may get Yeager here for intentional grounding because there was nobody in the neighborhood. Quick reminder, post-game, Hannah Brady visits with head coach Tony Trisciani. Making 7 straight wins in this building, pal.
TD, I'm looking at it. It looks
intentional grounding. Offense number 0. Ball be placed in the spot of the foul. Loss of down. North Carolina A&T selected to use the time out of the half to avoid the 10-second runoff. 30 seconds left.
So the 10-yard penalty will back it up. It'll now be 4th down. So 4th and let's call it 18. And as you heard the referee say, Vincent Brown, who, by the way, has got one of the great nicknames in the National Football League all time, will simply take the timeout to avoid the 10-second runoff. We told you in the open, over 800 tackles in an 8-year presence in New England, 3-time All-Pro. You count his years at Mississippi Valley State, over 1,300 stops for a guy who played linebacker, who they named the Undertaker.
Oh, my. Oh. Okay.
I figured.
That's a little aggressive.
A definitive tackle would enjoy that.
That means he's earned it. If you're going to be called that, I mean, I don't want to see his film because goodness gracious.
4th down and long. Yeager simply flushed in the front of the pocket. He'll take it almost to the midfield stripe before the stop can be made. Coming up to make the stop for the Phoenix is Donovan Everett, 3rd-year sophomore from out of Norfolk, Virginia. The Aggies will turn it over on downs. And I'm going to tell you what, Devontae Edwards Ball Club, who certainly disappointed in their effort the last 30 minutes last Saturday night, answered the bell in a resounding fashion this evening defensively.
Absolutely. They have a lot to hang their hat on, a lot to be proud about. Great opportunity here tonight to kind of really showcase their ability, and they did so. And a lot to, still some areas to build on, but he has to be proud of their performance and how they competed.
Snap, Langford will simply take the knee, and that'll do her. Win number 1 on the season comes in the home opener. Will Langford simply hands the ball to head coach Tony Terziani. And win number 1 on the season is also the 7th straight in this building, as the Phoenix continue to add to the stadium record. A&T will fall to 0-3 on the year, 0-1 in the league, in a very positive way to start the journey. As the head coach mentioned on Monday, welcome to the conference play, welcome to the CAA journey.
Right, and they needed this. They needed this badly. I think A&T and Elon coming into this, they had an FBS opponent, they had a really good FCS opponent, and I think Elon saw a lot of the good things they were doing. They just kind of ran into the issue that they weren't executing at the level that they're capable of. And I think Coach Tricciani and the staff really challenged them to go out there and provide it where they were home. This is a place that they played really well, especially last season. And this defense has an opportunity to be salty. And these young came out, and after that first really got their footing, they felt like they had a good grasp on what A&T was